Going by trike. Here we go. Is everything right?
Hello, guys. What's up, YouTube fam? Welcome back to Rich Rich Abroad. I'm Cheng,
And I'm Richie Rich.
and today's topic we are going to talk about why Filipinos don't respect nice men who can't lead. So, before anything else, or before we get into today's topic, don't forget to hit that like. And if you haven't subscribed, if you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. So, if in any case the notifications won't show up on your feed, then please re-click that notification bell. So, today,
Or if you really want it to work, unsubscribe and then subscribe back to our channel and then re-click the notification button
thank you.
and click all. There you go.
Thank you so much. And this again is a call in live stream. The number is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. It's 415-490-8030. Call us in and give us your take for 2 minutes and 2 seconds. So get to give everybody a fair chance to join. And last but not the least, please be respectful to everyone here in the chat. Slick Rick is with us rocking the show, helping us maintain the what the order of the show, peace and order. Now we're rocking some nice tank tops because we just
Come on, come on.
we just did a 5K today.
Yeah, shout out to you for doing the 5K. We rocked that in way less than an hour. Way less than an hour, actually. I don't think, was that the record for our personal record?
Not really.
Not really. It wasn't bad though. It
Mm.
wasn't bad. Like 49?
49
49.
minutes.
Yeah, 49 minutes. That was, but we walked a little bit of it.
Yeah, we can run.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, shout out to you you were awesome.
Thank you.
As
You are
always,
too.
yeah. Thank you. All right, let's get into the show.
Okay, so this topic for today is not a topic about Filipinas are bad or this is not anti-nice men.
How come we always start with them? I mean, do people think that we're gonna rip on foreign dudes or we're gonna rip on
Disclaimer, because a lot of times people misinterpret what we're trying to say, or
Right.
people misinterpret the title. So we have to like preface that this is not about knocking Filipinas or saying that Filipinos are bad. We're just telling it how it is or
Okay.
for what it is. And yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay. So
Into the topic.
yes. So this is not about anti-nice men.
What?
What?
Just go.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is, I think, more of it is about leadership, attraction, and about cultural expectations. So for me, respect and attraction is not the same, but they're connected to each other.
Mhm.
What do you think?
No, I don't think they're connected. What do you expect me to say? The answer is obvious, right? Yes, of course they're connected. Right? Of course they're connected. So okay,
Okay.
let's get on.
So,
No, I beg to differ with you, Cheng. They're not connected at all.
do you think that being nice, a lot of Western men who come here to the Philippines and they're nice, but do you
Right.
think being nice is the problem when they come here?
I think being too nice is the problem.
What? How do you define being too nice?
I think, I remember when I came back home from China
Mm.
and my sister used this phrase, you're too thirsty. She didn't say it to me, but she said it to this girl who liked me, right? She said, oh, she's too, well, leave her alone. She's too thirsty, right? And I said, in my mind, I was like, how can you be too thirsty, right? If like you want the woman to like you, right? No, no, no. She's too thirsty. She's all into you, wanting to do this, wanting to do that, inviting you over and all this stuff. I think you have to demand reciprocation for I don't care what it is. I think there has to be reciprocation for the efforts and the time and money spent into the relationship.
Okay,
And
that's
I
coming.
think my bad, sorry. But I think if you're not demanding that, and if she's not giving that, then to me that is being too thirsty, or that is being too nice, right? I mean, yeah, you want to be good to a woman, you want to show a woman your kindness and all that stuff, but not at your own expense.
I think that, being too thirsty,
Hmm.
uh applies also, just like what you said, because
Hmm.
if a woman is too thirsty, wouldn't that indicate that the woman really likes you?
One would think.
One would think that, I do this for you because, I'm trying to prove myself to you,
Hmm.
that I'm like, I'm qualified for your qualifications or whatever you're looking for a woman.
Does that apply in the Philippines though? A woman who does all the nice stuff. It's just a question,
Okay, yeah.
right? She does your laundry, cleans your place, washes your dishes, cooks food for you. Wouldn't that be ideal for a lot of Western women, or for a lot of Western men?
Yeah, that's what the point I'm arriving at,
Mhm.
because we do that here in the Philippines. So that would make me too thirsty.
Well, but isn't the point that everybody's going to do that for a man? That almost every woman you get here in the Philippines, any decent woman is going to do all those things for you.
Okay.
So my point is, if she does that, is that the maximum? Is that maximum output, or is that bare minimum that everyone's going to do?
I think that's bare minimum.
Exactly that, but that's my point. Is that every woman here, because that's the culture, is going to do most of those things. So, so what else is she bringing to the table?
Got
What makes her stand out from the
group.
crowd? Right? What makes her stand out from the crowd? What makes her deserve a quality man? If every woman is going to do all the things she does, why choose her then? Why choose her? Why not choose her or her?
I just noticed that, when I heard the word too thirsty, so I guess that we have a different um definition
Okay.
in terms of Western women's definition of what too thirsty is.
Okay. Could be. It very well could be, actually.
Mm.
Okay.
So, um,
So do we have a question for the audience?
yes.
Oh,
Of
okay.
course.
Awesome.
So,
Excellent.
if you're a good guy, guys, those who are watching us,
What's a good guy?
a good guy, I think, is someone who's nice, who's respectful, who's
Hmm.
um decent.
Hmm.
I think that's a good guy, and the one who can maybe provide. That's what a lot of women like:
Hmm.
provide and protect.
Nice,
Nice,
respectful, and
right?
decent. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
So I think that's, to me, that's a good guy. And if you if you're a good guy, but you still feel ignored and tested or slowly disrespected, this stream is for you, guys.
Okay. So what is the
The
question?
question.
I'm sure they're itching to hear the question.
So
Why don't we get to
okay,
that?
so I know what, for me, I defined what a nice woman is. A
Yeah.
nice man. But what do you guys think? What do you think women mean when they say they want a nice man? So
What do
when you talk to someone,
you should be the person we talk to,
oh
right?
yeah,
All of us men, and we're here sitting with a nice Filipina. What do women mean when they say they want a nice man?
I think when
Oh,
women,
good man.
yeah. So when
Young man.
a woman would say, I want a nice man, someone who can carry himself well. I think very nice, very respectful.
Mhm.
Someone who I think could provide and protect. Then
Okay.
I think that's a nice
So
guy.
nice, respectful. He can provide and protect. That's a good man.
Mhm.
Okay.
No
What if
criminal records.
no criminal record? Okay. All right. So if he has those three things, he's a good man.
I think so.
All right.
Depending on their,
And you would follow his lead.
well, depend.
Ah,
Well,
okay.
that's the reason why this
That's
topic
that's
is,
why we're talking about this,
yeah.
right?
So,
Okay.
okay. Also, is if he has leadership skills or
Mhm.
leadership abilities. So yeah, I think that, he can run the house, or he can run the family, run the household, run the
You
family.
talk to them. I'm
Yeah.
gonna finish doing a couple things.
Okay. All right. So, huh. So a lot of Western men think, or what most men get wrong about being nice. Okay, so we all have definitions of what's being nice, but what most men get wrong about being nice. So a lot of Western men think that being nice is being respectful. That's cool. being nice means being a provider. Being nice is being the safe choice.
Oh, look at that. The phone's up.
Thank you.
You bet.
So this so being nice is being the safe choice. So I think a lot of Western men think that, oh, I'm a safe choice. That, I do just like what we mentioned earlier. I'll borrow your words, the bare minimum. Okay,
Okay.
so you provide the bare minimum. So what else do you offer is the question. So in
Go ahead.
So in Filipino culture, respect is tied to direction. So someone who can lead, or someone who can make decisions, or there's decisiveness. And I think someone who is emotionally stable or steady.
And that's the good guy. That's the right guy that you
Yeah.
choose. Right. So I just want to make sure I understand this. He's a nice guy.
He's a nice
No
guy.
criminal record.
Yeah.
He can provide and protect.
Yeah.
That's the safe choice.
He's respectful. Yeah.
And he's respectful. That's the safe choice, right?
That's a safe choice for a lot. Of course, those
So
are
how
the
come that dude always loses?
Mhm.
How come that dude always loses then?
Because
If that's the safe choice, if that's the safe choice, if that's the right choice, why does that dude always lose?
because a lot of women, not just Filipinas,
Mm.
a lot of women want to chase someone. What's wrong with you?
Don't worry.
Okay.
I think I'll be all right. Thank
Okay.
you, Mom.
So a lot of Filipinas, or a lot of women in general, I
Mhm.
think that they want a man who's challenging.
A man who's challenged.
A man who's challenging, a man who they want to change. Oh, I want the bad
But
guy
didn't you just
looking.
say? But didn't you just say?
Mm,
I want a nice dude.
mm,
He's respectful.
mm,
No criminal record. He can
mm,
provide and protect. That's the safe choice.
that's a safe choice.
But you just also. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But then right after that, you just said he's not. Women want a dude who's challenging. What's challenging then?
I just mentioned that a man that's challenging to a
Mhm.
lot of women, because this is what I notice.
Okay.
So a lot of women want a challenge, a guy that's a challenge for them,
Mhm.
wherein they think that they want to change that man.
Mhm.
That's why even if this a guy does all of these things for them, just
Then why
why
does she choose the bad dude? Why does she choose the Pookies and the Ray Rays?
because it gives them excitement. I think that it gives them challenge, that you wanna change, because I think for a lot of women it is rewarding. I can tell you that it is rewarding for a lot of women to see that person change, because I made him change.
But he doesn't change. That's why he's Pookie. That's why he's Ray Ray. That's why he's Chad. Because he does what he does. All right. I knew who would be the first person to call in this morning. I knew who it would be. All right, exactly. My dude. What's happening, my brother from another mother? Give it to her, man. Give it to her, man. When you go, hey, first of all, before you get started, hey, you guys, this is my baby. Don't jump on her now. Don't jump on her. Go ahead, give it to her, brother. Say what you got to say, bro.
Okay, most women don't like nice men because they want the drama. They want the dopamine fix. They want the unpredictability. A stable man, a nice man, is steady, calm. You cannot provoke him. A nice man, a steady man, he can react to the ignorance.
They don't want him. She don't want him though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't want him because it's no excitement.
Exactly.
It's boring.
Exactly. They want the excitement. The dude who comes in, who will provide and protect, who's a good guy, who's respectful. What else did you say, baby? What else did you say he needs to be?
Respectful, provider, protector, and
How come y'all don't choose him? You guys get there's lots of there's lots of those dudes, but but 9 times out of 10, women will choose the Pookie, the Ray Ray, or the Chad.
yeah, I
Okay,
Because these guys, they don't care. And they would, and I'm seeing it, they would cross them out, treat them real bad, cheat on them,
they love it. They love
turn
it.
around, buy them some flowers.
They love it.
I'm telling you, man,
They eat it up.
it's madness.
They eat it up,
And
don't they,
see,
Mo?
yes, and one of the things about a lot of nice guys, they don't have no boundaries. So the woman would
None.
disrespect them, say
None.
something out of line, and they wouldn't say nothing.
Nothing.
And then look,
Nothing.
nothing. Mm-hmm.
Right. Right. Hey, you're so on point.
That boy,
Go ahead.
that boy, he would quickly put them in the place, and he even tell them off, walk out, don't contact them for days, but they love it.
Right. And not just the bad boy, not just the bad boy, but the man, but the quality man will do that same stuff.
Yeah.
The quality man won't tolerate tomfoolery, if you want to put it that way. He's not going to tolerate any kind of shenanigans, any of that stuff. He's going to say, you know what, it's time for you to leave. You got to go. You got to go. You know, your time is up. Right, exactly, right away, because he understands he has options. He's a quality man. He understands his value and what he brings to the table. But those dudes that you talked about, they don't believe in themselves. They don't believe in themselves, and they'll put up with craziness from women of disrespect. Talk to them crazy. They'll put up with it. Right. All right.
Yep.
Thank you,
Hey,
Mo.
we'll take more calls on this one. Thank you, Mo. I knew you was going to be the first person to call in today. Blessings, brother. All right, we had an international caller. Caller, call right back, man. I hate to miss a call, especially international. But definitely call right back. The phone lines are open. Question. Here's my question. Okay. I'm sorry. Hey, y'all, don't jump on my bed. What?
Disagreeing. You just asked
Y'all don't
me.
jump on my bed. I know, but the answer you gave
Because
is exactly.
that's what exactly what Maury said, that's what you said, because that's what I think also, that a lot of women don't choose the nice guys because they want someone who's challenging. They want someone that they want to change, because to them it's exciting, it's rewarding to see that guy change.
But he doesn't change.
Exactly.
He doesn't change.
But he, just like what Maury said, he's unpredictable. So that creates, the excitement. He's unpredictable. Will he like me now? Will he like me next?
I got just the thing for you.
Oh.
I have just the thing for you. I learned this.
Did you?
No, I got just the thing for you, right? I have. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't work.
It didn't work.
Oh, it didn't work. Oh,
No.
how do we do it?
I don't know how to do it.
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
This doesn't work. Okay, never mind. I was putting on the boo button. For Ching. Why do so the whole thing is why Filipinos lose respect for passive men, right? So you said, oh, we want the nice guy who respects us, and he can provide and protect. But those are the dudes that get cheated on all the time. Those are the same dudes. Those are a lot of those dudes are what we call simps. A lot of them. You see them in the DMs for a lot of the young Filipinas who have live streams. You're so beautiful. You're so cute. Are you married? Can you, I would love to meet you. Can we get married? Can I date you? All of those dudes, and giving them money. Oh, here's $20. Here's 1,000 pesos. Here, take this money and do something. How come y'all don't take? Why don't you choose that one? That man, he can provide, he can protect. How come you don't choose that man?
Because he's not decisive. He doesn't have direction. All he does is like do whatever I want to do. If you want a man in your life, I think you want direction. And you want someone to lead. That's
What do you want? What do you want, Shane? Shane, what do you want? If you guys are new here, you guys don't take us seriously, man. Don't take me seriously. This is we have our thing. Yeah, we're just playing. We're just playing, you guys. Don't take it like I'm jumping on Ching. Let's take this call real quick, okay? And then you can answer my question.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I remember.
Caller from Florida. Hold on. Caller, who's calling? And where are you calling from?
Okay, this is Apollo, man. I'm calling from the U.S.
What's up, Apollo?
So, I got a question for Chang.
Me too. Give it to him, man.
Aren't most men in the Philippines passive?
Not really.
Most Filipinos?
No, not most Filipinos, but I can tell that some are passive. Yeah,
Okay, because what I see when I live over part time, I live in Darwin part time, and most of the time I see even in public, I see that they come across a lot more passive. It seems like the woman is doing most of the leading,
fair
going
enough.
into the restaurants, picking
Okay.
out things in the shopping malls, everything. They're doing more.
He's holding her shopping bag. He's
I
carrying
got you. I got you.
six of her
Apollo.
shopping bags.
Okay, then
Tell it.
let me change my answer.
Go ahead. You
Okay.
say
So
what you got to say, baby. Don't let us change your mind.
no. I just because thank you for giving an example because it makes sense by those examples. Now I think that yes, a lot of local men are passive because this is I think Philippines is a matriarchal society
Yeah, we just
where
talked about that yesterday.
yes, and
Okay.
I think that
Okay.
women makes a lot of the decisions at home. So, and I think that makes a lot of
Because the women make a lot of times the women make more money. They make more money than the dudes
Right.
a lot of times here. So they make a lot of the decisions.
Right. Right. And I see the 50-50 thing
yeah.
where a lot of Filipino guys will do the 50-50 thing. And I've also seen the whole foreigner thing where that 50-50 thing is kind of out of the window and the foreigner has to take the lead.
All the
Where I see with brothers though, because I'm telling you, we're on the come up in the Philippines. Where I see with brothers is that the masculine kind of like not really a take charge to a like a real hard extent, but that massive masculine energy thing that does very well. It translates very well in the Philippines because it feels like that there's a mission. I feel like the Filipinos think that they can see the mission. It's clear, and they feel confident that the mission will be guided by our masculine men. And it comes out of brothers a lot. I see it a lot, especially in the Dumaguete area. There are a lot of brothers there now.
Okay. If you don't behave, I'm going to Dumaguete. Hey, Apollo.
All right, y'all have a blessed night.
Apollo, we appreciate you calling in, man. Don't let it be the last time.
Thank you.
Oh no, definitely. I'll call in again.
All right.
Peace.
Cool.
Peace.
Deuces, man. All right. What you got to say to Apollo? How do you respond to his allegations?
Absolutely. Allegations. Because I see that there. And by the way, thank you for giving that example because if without it, you do. Thank you, honey, for giving this. just to make it, more clear to me that what he's trying to say.
But I want to piggyback on what he said though, because listen, I mean, there's this thing where people say that Filipinos are very loyal, and come on now, come on now. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you.
I know.
But come on now. I mean, I hear a lot of Filipinas say that their husband cheated on them or their boyfriend cheated on them, but he had to have cheated with somebody, right? So doesn't that mean? I mean, doesn't that mean that there's a woman out there who's not very loyal,
For sure.
right? So I again, I'm not trying to throw shade on anybody, but I'm just saying, there's a certain type of dude. I think I don't care where you are on this planet. I think women want the same things. I don't care where you are. You could go from the US to here, but the women still want the same thing. They might be willing to accept less of it. They might be willing to accept a small, not as much a lower amount, but they want the same thing. They want leadership. They want a quality man who will take charge and who definitely sets boundaries. And for all those suckers out there that won't set boundaries, that'll let a woman walk over them. Oh, she's so pretty. I don't want to lose her. Oh, she's the best thing I ever had in my life. All those dudes out there that act like that, you're going to end up losing your woman. I don't care how beautiful she is, how pretty she is, how good the box is. None of that matters. Do you really think there's not another box out there that's not just as good as hers? None of that matters. What matters is what is she putting into the relationship? What is she investing into the relationship? And if you don't require her to invest in that relationship, then you are going to take an L. That's what I'm saying.
this mic drop.
Yeah, take my little mic and drop it, right? Exactly.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
I just to give a little cultural background for some guys here.
Before you do that, if anybody out there disagrees with me, holler at me. I'm always up for learning, for learning new ideas, learning new things, and I'm an avid listener. I like hearing different opinions, even if they're different from mine. But if you got a different one, holler at your boy. Call in. The number scrolling across the bottom. Go ahead, baby.
So I think that
Jamie, baby. Go ahead, baby. Yeah, baby. Okay. Go ahead.
So I think that for a cultural, a little cultural background, that Filipinos are raised to respect number one, fathers, respect elders, and respect the authority. So if they grow up seeing or um they've seen or they've been in a household where there's respect and they see that guy, the father or the grandfather shows discipline, shows or just like what you said, boundaries. So we are also looking for the same thing in a man, because the reason why you're called the head of the household is because you should be the head of the household.
Right.
So yeah. And to supplement that, the woman is like in Tagalog, ilaw ng tahanan, the light of the household. So you bring warmth, and then the other person brings leadership and boundaries. So I think that's, you bring different things to the table, but a lot of Filipinos would want that in a partner. Go ahead.
Oh, hold on. Okay, someone said they're trying to call in. My bad. Let's get disconnected. Hold on. Okay, hold on just a quick second. Thank you. Thank you for putting that in there. Hold on just a quick second. We lost the connection. Give it to me just in a second. Oh, that fight on is still connected. All right, go ahead and call in. You can call in now. Sorry about that, guys.
So while waiting for the caller, so I think that don't wait.
Yeah. Okay, hold on a second. Go ahead, Mo.
Yeah, I got just a question for Chang. Since you said that that most of the Philippines is like a matriarchal culture, so would that make it? Is it harder for guys in the Philippines to assert their authority in a relationship?
Good question.
Good question, yeah. Think should I answer that offline or?
Do you have any other questions, Mo?
Yeah, and then the second part to that is about what you're saying about seeing authority. Um, Case in point, my brother-in-law, right, had a wife from Jamaica, and her all her siblings were from different parents. So when she found out that I was married for 30 years and had my children with just one woman, she thought that was strange. So that goes and coincides with what Chang was saying, that the reality of seeing what happens in a household plays a major significance.
It does.
That's why I asked the question.
Okay.
Okay. So ask the first question. Ask the first question again, Mo.
Listen, the first question is, do guys find it hard in the Philippines to establish themselves as the head of the household, since it's more or less a matriarchal society?
Okay.
Okay. All right. So thank you, Mo, for that question. So I think to answer that, a lot of guys, especially if they are, if the woman is working and she's a career woman, for example, I think it will be harder for that man to assert his authority.
Thank you for being honest. Thank you for being honest. Because in my time here, I think that's absolutely true. I think no matter how much you set boundaries here, I think no matter how good a quality man you are here, how good leadership you exemplify, I think if she makes more money, a lot of times, and I think women will push back here. I think there will be pushback. I've talked to other expats here about it, and a lot of them have the same thing, especially single moms, especially single moms, because they've been used to. I think I'll give what's her name, Des. I'll give her some credit here, and because they've been used to being the leader in their household for so long, and they don't want to give it up. They don't want to give up the leadership. They've been the leader. They haven't had to follow nobody or listen to. They've been the leader, and in my opinion, they have a hard time giving up leadership to a man, no matter how good of a leader he is, no matter how strong, no matter how, and none of that matters. A lot of cases, I'm not saying they don't, but I'm saying a lot of women struggle with that here.
So also, because this is not like, for example, I talked to a very good friend of mine like a few days ago.
What's her name?
I don't want to say, but she said to me something really important that made me think of this topic. Because she said something like, he's a very good man. He provides, he protects,
Right.
and all that.
Fair
We
enough.
have the same, but he's not decisive. He always rely on me. He always ask me about, he didn't like the authority to, oh, this is what we're going to do, because what she really wants is, when we talk about a household or a decision that needs to be done in the house, you should be the person.
But he never includes me when he makes decisions.
You should be the one, and then later, if you already
Okay.
set your mind into that, ask for my opinion. But again, you'll be the one to think if my opinion, could be considered, or something to consider, or your decision you think will be the for the betterment of the family. So, a person or a man who can't decide, who can't lead, who always needs permission, feels unsafe long term, I think.
Okay. So it's the fact that he's undecisive.
Yeah, but he provides everything. The only thing, but I asked her, but is there goes this 80/20. There goes this 80/20.
Okay.
So the 80% is good, but this is just part of his 20. So I'm cool with that. So I think this is something that we can work on. So yeah, he loves the guy. They're married there.
He loves the guy.
And she loves the guy. Sorry. She loves the guy.
Okay.
So they're married. They have a good relationship, except for that. I think that's one thing that they really need to work on. But
But
at-
what's the dude? Sorry. Go ahead. I don't mean to cut you
But
off.
adding to what Mo is saying earlier, that what really affects your well-being as a person happens, hold on, your history or your background affects, or your upbringing
Sure.
affects
Absolutely.
what happens to you when you grow up, or when you become older. So I think because that guy is raised in a family household where the mother says it nicely, but you should not do this, you should not do that. So he grew up thinking that, oh, you stop doing this, follows his mom.
Okay. All right. I hear you. So Chin, what about you? Let's talk about you for a second. What are your standards? We talk about a lot of Filipinas. What about you? What are your standards?
I think number one, a person who's respectful, not just to me, but to my family as well. So especially the boys and also my parents. So
Okay. Respectful to your
respect.
parents, respectful to your family. Got it. Okay.
Number two is that I think I'm looking on someone who can provide or supplement what I bring to the
Okay.
table.
Supplement, provides, respectful to your parents. What else?
Protect, and of
And
course,
protect you.
a
Okay.
person who can guide me or direct the family into the right.
What does that mean? When you say guide or direct the family, what does that mean?
Someone who has authority, or someone who has the leadership ability to guide me, because you can't teach a horse to, what's that quote?
You can lead a horse,
You can lead a horse to water, but
you can't
you-
make him drink.
you can make him drink. Thank you. So I think that
Or you can't teach a dog new tricks.
new tricks, yes.
Either one.
So
Okay.
so yeah, there you go. What else?
Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, fair enough. Okay, let's get into the comments. Um, I'm gonna go in here and just say it. I'm gonna just say it. I think the difference, and this might set some people off. It is what it is, you know. I think the difference between this dude, this quality dude, and I'm not talking about. Let's just come to an understanding. I'm not saying anything about a high value man. I'm not even going in there. I don't. Whatever. I'm just talking about a quality man that would probably be a good choice for most women, right? That man sets boundaries. That man can provide. He can protect. That man is he does respect you. He does respect your family. But I'm gonna say this. I think that same dude. I think the difference between that man and the other dudes is a lot of dudes will come in. They can do all that stuff, but they don't set boundaries. They don't set boundaries, and they will let this woman. They think, oh, they're so enamored by this woman, and she's so pretty, she's so this, she's that. They'll let her walk all over them, or they'll let her run the house, which would never, and I do mean ever, happen in my household. But they'll let her run everything, let her make all the decisions, and of course, ultimately, how do you respect that man? How do you respect that man?
I think that there are a lot of men who come here who are nice, but you
He's
just
such a nice guy here. Take 20 here's 1,000 pesos.
yeah, but being nice doesn't mean that you have to like give money. You
You
have
need
to
a
set
love.
boundaries also, just like what you said.
Pesos. You need food, a new bed.
I mean,
Here's a 100,000 pesos.
we have about
Tuition. Yeah, I got you.
100,000. So being nice without backbone, I think, can I call it backbone?
You can cut
Yeah,
backbone's fine.
backbone's fine. Or, being nice without a backbone is, I think, uncertainty.
All right, we're gonna take another call.
Mm.
We're gonna take. Hey y'all, don't jump on Chang. Don't y'all take it easy on Chang today. What you got? Man?
Nah, Yang is my girl, by the way. She's cool, so she said nothing wrong. But I tried to tell you that, at least from my perspective, and I'm not a red pill guy. I'm
Mm.
not any of that. Nor am I one of those like simp advocates.
Mhm.
I think the issue that a lot of people don't realize is that it's a spiritual problem that people are trying to find a physical aspect to it. So for me, coming from a spiritual background in essence of my Christian faith, I realized that women were built to be helpers. Of course, they're not going to find a guy who cooks clean, takes care of himself,
Right.
and thanks to
Bro.
himself. They're not going to find that man attractive because they're by nature they tend to men broken people, and the cookies and Ray Rays are broken people, and eventually they get tired of them, just like anything else. So I mean, that is the nature of women. They want to fix broken people, but when it comes to the man that, like, I'll say myself, I cook and clean. I take care of myself. I go to work. I literally just came back from work, and what do I need a woman for? But it's not just the fact that you need a woman for those things. You need a woman because we crave companionship and able to
Right.
build something. And I think people miss the mark when they think it's about jobs, it's about titles, about anything. No, because you're more than a man is more than his occupation. Is more than what he can provide, and that is what we miss in today's materialistic relationship. Is that we miss
totally
the
agree.
issue of exactly what a human being or what value that person brings to your life. We only have one life to live in this world, and if you don't find the value, if you don't find that, the ability to love, you miss out on such a great thing. Because when you truly love somebody, regardless of what this is about says, come poverty, come death, come life, come sickness and in health,
Right.
when you truly love that person, you find something much more greater than anything else. So for me, I think that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry. But give me your name again. I gotta have your name memorized.
Oh, Journey Charles Joy. Journey Charles Joy.
Okay.
I'm on the comment section. I was the one that said I couldn't.
Awesome.
Link.
Awesome. Journey, don't call us. Don't call our show again. You make too much sense, man.
Well, I'd like to make a last statement on Sims because that is what is true. I've heard horror stories of when these simp men take the girls back to America.
Yep.
And the girls leave them.
It happens.
The reason why Yeah, the reason why that happens is because those men do, like you said, they're insecure. They haven't figured out what there is, so they've been rejected all their life. They haven't worked on themselves. They haven't figured out exactly what they are, and they bring somebody in to try to validate them in the
Right.
same way how insecure women look for men to validate them. Those same insecure guys look for go buy a girl to validate them, and that girl doesn't see the value because he doesn't have it within himself. So you can't make somebody
Absolutely.
see something
That doesn't exist.
you
It's
can't
not
make,
there.
yeah, that doesn't exist. You can't make that. So in essence, what a man needs to be, you need to be in exactly who you are. For me, my relationship, when I began my relationship with my girl,
I gotta cut you off. I gotta cut you off. It's not because I don't want you on. It's just we got to get to other callers. But man, call back if you want to. You make too much damn sense though, man. Take care, brother. Take care. Yeah. He was making a
I
whole
know,
lot
right?
of sense. If we could pin a phone call,
That
I
is
would have pinned
it.
that. I would have pinned that one. Yeah, he
Yeah.
made so much damn sense, right? So what? How do you respond to what he said?
Amen. Hindi, why? Because he mentioned that, you know, you bring different things to the table. You can't let a you're not expected as a man, you're expected to provide and protect, and as a woman, you're expected to
Know your
know
role.
and
Know your role.
role.
Know your role. That's. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I need to know my role and not cut you off. Finish what you were saying. I'm sorry. My bad.
What struck me the most about what he said is at the end of the day, you're missing out if you missed out your chance on your ability to love. You know, you're missing out on a lot of things. And also, it's not just it's not just what you bring, it's what you also get from the relationship. You want companionship. Who wants to grow old alone?
I don't know. I
Yeah.
figured it out. You know what I took from it? You come in, you cooking, you clean, you're doing the stuff. I'm not a Bible thumper, that's not a knock on you, bro. I'm just saying, but I do believe that we have roles that we're assigned that are we have gender roles, and I think part of society now is they're trying to jack people up and think that we don't have roles and that women are made to be in the workforce and in my opinion, and again, if y'all want to give me smoke. That's all right. My opinion, your role is to support me. That's your role. You do what you got to do, right? You take care of the boys. But when in our relationship, your role is to support me. When we get together and we talk about where we're going in the future and what we're doing, how we're going to get there, and we make a decision, your role is to support me after that. But I got to have boundaries. I got to set boundaries, and I can't take shit from you from nobody. I got to be on my grind to get us there. And if I can't get us there, and if you don't see me getting us there, then you got to make moves. Then you got to make moves and say, look, this cat can't get me where we need to be, right? I got to find somebody else. But that's my job. Is when I'm on my grind that that I make sure I'm taking care of all the things I have to be taken care of. And if I can't do that, then why would you respect me? If I'm just cooking and cleaning and doing the laundry, hey baby, here's your laundry. Oh, right. I mean, why would you? No, it's not enough. It's not enough to get respect.
Yeah, it's not enough. I agree with you. So I think that apart from that is apart from vetting that man who you think that will lead you to the life that you want to be, you should be able to trust the ability of that man to lead you where you want to be.
Well, he's got to build that trust. He's got to build the trust. And it's up to him to show that he's capable of leading a family, especially if you're coming into a family where she's got kids, where she's a single mom or whatever. He has to show that. And if he can't show it, then it's not. He has to show that. And if he can't show it, it's not her fault she leaves him. It's her fault if she cheats on him. She should just leave him, right?
Yeah.
But he's got to be able to show that and prove that. And if he can't, then that's really his problem. Right. Okay. What's your next question for the audience? Did you have another question, Chang? For the jump on, I gotta defend your honor, right, against our audience who loves you.
Okay. Okay, hold on. So, do you think leadership is attractive or stressful?
Do I think it's attractive or stressful? What?
Because
Why can't it be both?
huh?
Why can't it be both?
And that's your opinion.
Being a leader is stressful. You're taking on you're taking on and
Mm.
accepting additional responsibility. The responsibility of being the leader of a whole of a group of people, right? Of course it's more stressful. But why can't it be both?
It could it could be. I think it could be it I think it could be both that it is like for me personally,
Mhm.
a person who can lead or a person who has like authority
Mhm.
is attractive to me because that's what I'm looking for, calmness in a relationship. You want peace and harmony, and you can achieve that if the person you want to spend your life with knows what he's doing, knows what he's talking
Mhm.
about, knows where he's going, and he have he had experiences that will help you, grow too.
How important is it to you to be with a man who sets boundaries? And I want you to be real because I know
Yeah.
setting boundaries isn't sometimes what a woman wants, but I think it's sometimes in a relationship what
What
people need.
need.
They need that.
I
How
agree.
I mean, so how important is setting boundaries in a relationship to you?
Very important to me because I know I'm a woman and I know how the mind of a woman works,
Mhm.
that sometimes we work it we want to try and work it our way. So you want to see if this will this be okay, and then if he set some boundaries, oh, it's definitely not okay.
And sometimes it is though.
Mm,
Sometimes your way is cool.
mhm.
But what if your way is cool? What if your way works? But what's the most valuable commodity I have?
Time.
It's time. What if your way works, but my way works too and it's quicker?
So
Which way is better?
yours.
It depends on how much time we have, right?
Mhm.
But if we're short on time, then let's do it my way, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean your way doesn't work. It doesn't mean your way is bad. It just means, hey, I can show you something different that works a little bit better than what you got going on, right?
So there comes efficiency now. So
Mhm.
it doesn't mean that we don't have the same, problem solving skills, but yours is more
Right.
efficient. So I think, yeah. So leadership, I think, is sometimes mistaken as control. Would you think?
I think it is. I think part of it is control, but it's not being controlling.
Mm-hmm.
But you're the person who's making a lot of decisions, and you're expecting people and needing people to follow your decisions in order for you to achieve whatever goal you guys have set forth.
But sometimes some men who think that leadership is bossing her
No,
around.
it's not.
Leadership is controlling the money, acting dominant for show. But I think for me, leadership is making decisions. So it may or may not involve his partner in making that decision. It's his prerogative. If whatever he thinks would be best for the whole family unit, then
What happens if what happens if you don't agree? What if I mean there's only two people, there's not a third person to vote, to vote you out or whatever. Let's take this call. We'll get back to it, okay? Hold on a second. Oh, did we lose?
we dropped. Yeah, he dropped it.
Call right back. Your call we were just picking up. Call right back. We were just picking you up, bro. Anyway, okay. So what happens if you don't agree? There's only two people. There's not a third person for a majority. There we go. We'll take this. All right, who's calling? Where are you calling from?
Peter.
Hello.
Who is it?
Hello?
We got you.
Hey, sorry. Yeah, I was very echoey at the first place. So
Okay.
I do apologize.
No problem.
Yeah, it's Skytech.
Oh, what's up? What's Skytech?
Ah, okay.
What's
Hi,
happening?
Peter.
Yeah, Peter.
What's happening?
Peter, yes. So my question is, I think leadership is a good thing and it can be a bad thing because it depends on how you perceive it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But obviously, if a woman and a guy can both agree on both leadership, sometimes the guy is wrong, sometimes a woman is wrong too, right? So, you have to compromise.
Right.
And I think, the second thing, boundaries, you have to set boundaries because, me, I'm dating a Filipino from the Philippines, right? So you have to actually set the boundaries, what you want and what you don't want. Because, cultural differences, time change.
Right.
You know, like maybe she has a family, maybe she works, so you have to actually do that. That's why.
Peter, give me an example of some boundaries that you feel like need to be set in a relationship.
I think, you know, communicating with each other, you know, video chatting with each other. Obviously, you know, the time change does cause a problem sometimes.
Right.
You know, but if you're able to work on it, then yeah.
Okay.
That's one of the examples.
Got you. Peter, we appreciate you. First of all, since you've been with us for a while, we appreciate you being in our family and supporting our channel. And don't let it be the last time you call in, man. We appreciate you.
Peter.
Yeah, so I called. Yeah, you're welcome, Chen. So I called twice, but I think the second time it went to voicemail, and then the first time I was the international call.
Okay. Oh, sometimes we lose the Wi-Fi, so the call won't go through. It'll go straight to voicemail. That's my bad. Just let us know in the comments, and we'll fix it, and we'll get you back on. Okay. Thank you, brother.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. You're welcome.
That was cool.
Okay. So you were saying about you don't. What if she doesn't agree?
Yeah. What if she doesn't? What if you're a leader? What if you're the man of the house, so to speak? And you sit down with your woman, you say, I think this is the direction we need to go in. And she says, I disagree.
Okay. I think.
Okay. Hold on. Hold your thought, okay? Hold your thought. Caller, where you calling from? And what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Apollo again. I got to give you a boundary.
Okay, give it to me.
Okay, so never let anyone speak into your relationship. So it's a relationship between two people, right? So when you have outside influences speaking into your relationship, that becomes 3 people, 4 people, 5 people. How do you manage that as a leader? You don't. What you need to do is cut that off. Keep the relationship between 2 people. Never allow that to be greater than 2 people, because you will lose everything trying to please everyone. You'll be talking to your Filipina, and 2 seconds later, you'll have 50 different opinions from friends, family, YouTube, TikTok, flip-flop, Facebook, everything. Trust me when I tell you, that's one of the things I established with my blazing Filipina. I told her, look, our relationship is between me and you. It's not between me, you, and everybody else. If you can keep our business between the both of us, then we can succeed. There's not a lot that's going to get in our way. We won't be looking at everybody else to create answers for us, because we have a relationship.
Right.
The answers come from me and you working this thing out. And as the leader, I have to consider where you're coming from with your stuff. And as the follower, you got to supply me some of the answers so that I can take responsibility as.
Agreed.
You see, at the end of the day, I don't need a Bible thump, but at the end of the day, I'm responsible for running this ship. And if it goes down, I fail. So I need your help to make sure that we don't fail under my leadership.
I totally agree, bro. I totally agree. Yeah.
All right, bro. Just thought I'd drop that off.
I appreciate it. We appreciate you. So have we ever had any issues like that, Ching?
Yeah. We did.
We did. We had issues like that?
Yeah, we did.
Remind me. Remind me what happened.
Let's not remind them. But I resolved it.
You resolved it.
We resolved it.
We resolved it.
I resolved it on my end, and then we resolved it.
Oh, okay.
We've come to an understanding.
We came to an understanding.
Yeah.
Did we? Okay.
Definitely.
Fair
And
enough.
what Apollo was saying, what Apollo was saying, I heard many a time.
You sure have. I know that's right. Right, exactly. And Apollo, you're absolutely on point. I don't personally. I'm gonna just say, because I'm a little blunt sometimes. If I said on camera the things I say off camera, I think we probably lose half our subscribers. But I'm gonna just say, I don't give a damn what your friends think. I really don't. I'm not dating your friends. And the friend that you're talking to who's giving you advice has never even dated a foreigner. Has never dated a foreigner in their life. Knows nothing about me. Knows nothing about dating a quality man. And she's single in her own life, in her own right, or whatever. I'm just giving an example. So I don't give a damn what she thinks. I give a damn about what's going on in my house or between us. right? So we solve our problem. If you got problems, you sit down, we talk about it, but she's not going to be the person to solve our problems. So I absolutely agree with you, Paula.
Yes.
Definitely agree with you. Now let's get back to that question that we had before. Do you remember what the question was?
Yeah.
What was the
What
question?
if she doesn't agree with you?
What if she doesn't agree with you? Then what?
Then if I don't agree, then we come to an understand. Then we agree to disagree.
Okay, but
Sometimes
we got to make a decision.
yeah, we make a decision. But as the woman, if you trust the leadership ability of that person, then trust the ability to decide also for the family. So just trust and support. And if it comes down, then if the decision doesn't work well, then
I told you so.
No.
I told you it wouldn't work. I knew it.
no. Oh, because sometimes, we see it in a different perspective that maybe you don't see it from your perspective because you're looking at this direction.
Mhm.
But we also give you some angles that you may have missed.
Mhm.
So if you consider that, then good. If you don't, then also good. It's up we just you just need to trust fully. I think that's really important that you trust fully if you trust that person.
Right. And I agree. I agree with that. Okay, we're taking Morris is hot today, man. We got Morris all riled up. Go ahead, Morris. What you got, man?
Hey, Rick.
Go ahead, man.
Okay.
What's up?
Yeah, I agree with Apollo. You know, I had experienced the same thing when I was engaged to be married. I sat down with my fiance and told her, I said, listen, that our relationship is between me and you, not your friends, not your mama and daddy, you know. And if I think maybe in the second or third year, we started having issues. And she said to me, oh, I talked to my mama. I said, what? I said, didn't I tell you before? I said, don't include nobody else. That the problems that we have is between me and you, nobody else. Don't need nobody else's input. I know she's your mother, but we discuss things amongst ourselves in our relationship. So I told her, I said, right there, you need to make up your mind. And I was serious.
Right.
Right? We just had a little boy. I said, you got to be serious. I said, I'm not going to go down this path where your family is intruding in our lives, what we do with our kids and all that. So you need to make up your mind right now. Is it going to be me or is it going to be your family? You need to decide, or else I'm stepping.
And sometimes I think you have to be solid on that. You got to be really solid. And I need to point out, it's important to point out that men are going to make mistakes. I mean, just because you're a leader, just because you're good at something, I mean, you can still get an A and get 90%, right? 90% is still an A.
Yeah.
85% or 80% is still a B. That makes you above average, right? So even if you get 2 wrong and 8 right, you're still doing pretty good. Hopefully those 2 wrong are small things, but you're still doing pretty good is the point, right? Is the point. So we're not perfect. Nobody's saying we're perfect and we're going to do everything right. We're going to make mistakes along the way, but that's how people learn sometimes. But the point is, you put yourself in the hands of someone who's capable of leading you and leading a family. I think that's the point.
And what Chang was saying that, okay, we have a discussion about something, and you don't agree, then you need to sit down, and I'm had those conversations. Okay, well, tell me your reasons why you don't agree with my decision or the way that I see it, and that way she expresses herself, and then you can say, okay, well, I disagree with part of it, or yes, I take your points, but still, the man of the household has the responsibility to make the choice.
Right.
But if she disagrees, she needs to speak up and let her views be known.
Let me know why you disagree. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you.
And then the man will make a decision on the information that's got from his side and her side.
Exactly. All right, Mo. Thanks, man. We appreciate you, brother.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Let
And I think it's important. you have to include the woman. This is not a dictatorship thing where you, well, like you said, use the word bossy, right?
Yeah,
Where you
bossy
just,
around.
you do this, you do that. None of that stuff, right? It's a relationship. It's not, I mean, it's a relationship where you have to include your girl or in the decision making process, with major decisions for sure, right? I mean, you can't just ignore what she thinks or how she feels, and just be making decisions without consulting her. Yeah. So I mean, it's not that bossy thing or all that, but I do think there's a point where you have to take the lead and say, look, this is the direction I think we need to go in, and here's why. Here's why. I'll take your point of view. I'll hear what you have to say, but this is where I'm coming from.
I think a lot of women would agree to that because leadership is about making decisions, setting direction. I think it's also about staying calm under pressure.
Right.
So if your partner is you normally do this, what do I do? What do I do? Okay, so how could that woman trust you? So I think that's really important in being a leader. And if what if a man would always say, honey, can we do this? It's up to you. It's always like that. Always up to you. Whatever you want. I don't know. So he always answer like that. So
we started off like that. We started off like, you don't remember, but we start. It's up to you. Yes. It's up to you. I'm like, no. And yeah, we started. If you don't remember, but I remember that, and I remember reading something or watching a video where people, I think it might have been P, where she said, you're going to encounter that. And I was like, no, we had to sit down. And I said, look, either tell me what you want or I'm going to do what I want. And I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. Right? I'm going to go where I want to go. And I don't want to hear a damn word. Right? Or either that or tell me where you want to go. Right? It's cool. If I'm asking you where you want to go, then it's cool with me. Right? Then just tell me. You remember that?
I remember now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I don't want to hear a damn thing, right?
That's right. No, I speak up now. Where do you want to go?
Yeah, I appreciate it too. Yeah, shout out to you. Right? Look. Let's take some comments. Let's read some of these comments because we're back to blow. Let's go.
Okay, so Jeff said, "Hello, Jeff. Hello, Rich and Cheng. I have a topic you should talk about, which is sickening. Iraq's new legal age for marriage: girls 9-year-old and boys 15 years old. No way that should be legal."
I would agree with that, Jeff. I wouldn't be cool with it. We'll take another call and then we'll get back into the comments. This is Kenny. What's up? What's up, Kenny?
What's up, brother? I agree with both callers and both of you.
Okay.
I had that same conversation you had with Chang in the beginning. My girl was always saying, it's up to you. Whatever you want to do. I was like, no, we can't work that way. See, this is a 50-50 corporation. Mm-hmm. We merged two companies together. We get 50-50. I told her, so I like to hear what you need to say.
Right.
Because if I don't hear it, you can't say I said this because I won't remember because you never said it. Mm-hmm. So that doesn't make me wrong or right. It doesn't make you wrong or right. It's a breakage in the communication.
Right.
You have breakage in the communication. There's a lot of static. Things go wrong. I need your opinion severely. I'll sit you down and tell you, hey, this is what I'm thinking. We can move forward positively.
Right.
But I need your opinion before I make this decision that's going to affect all of us. I want to make sure that I'm in line with what I'm thinking.
Right.
And she was fine after that. I don't hear no more, Gabi, it's up to you. No. Right. We sit, we communicate. Takes two talkers, two listeners. You got a good team,
right. Absolutely.
But you guys have me laughing with that. She said, no. Chang said, no. You said, oh, yeah.
Exactly. I remember some stuff. We had it. I remember I nipped that in the bud straight away.
Thank you.
So did I. And I did, and I did the same thing you did, with mine. You need to have that conversation.
Absolutely.
You need to have, because if you don't, things go down the drain. But I'm going to let everybody else call. Y'all have a good night, man.
Thank you, Jay. Appreciate you, brother.
I mean, a good day. All right now, brother.
Yeah. No, I think, you're communicating, right? You're communicating. The worst thing you can do, he doesn't care about what I think. He doesn't care about my feelings. Well, you heard that, right? Never heard that one before. Oh, you don't care about my feelings, right? Sometimes I can't care about your feelings, right? Sometimes.
Because I'm not thinking.
Because you're thinking from your feelings. You're thinking about your feelings. And I'm thinking about the whole family. I'm thinking about all of us. How I'm not worried about your feelings. Your feelings are secondary
Yeah.
to the family as a whole, right? Yeah, we can deal with your feelings later, but later you ain't even gonna feel the same way. You're over your feelings and you're on to something else. Right. I'm miss me with all that. Anyway, all right. Did we finish this?
Yeah.
The 9-year-old girls and boys, 15-year-old, no way that should be legal. I don't think it should, but it's not my country and they make the rules. It's ruled by theocracy in Iran, and what can we say? I mean, that's what they decide. I don't like it. I think it's weird. It might be a little creepy in our culture, but who knows? Maybe if I moved over to Iraq and I was there, I mean, to Iran and I was there for, did it say Iraq? Sorry, but it's still, but Iraq is not ruled by theocracy, so I apologize. It's still weird. But maybe if I lived there for a year, I might say, oh, I guess this makes sense, right? But it doesn't make sense to me either, and I don't know why they would do that. But what can I say? Different country, right? Let's see. What's up, Isaac? Isaac said, y'all did military affiliation yesterday. Any fraternity affiliation? I'm not going to shout out my frat. I'm not going to shout out frat because then we'll get into a whole thing about fraternities and all that stuff. But Blue Phi, I'll just leave it at that. There you go. All right. Let's see. Passport X said, "What's up, Slick Rick? What's happening?" And let's see. Like there's also more to it than age, right? Also more to it than age. There's a lot more to it than age. I mean, it has a lot. Just because I hear this a lot. Well, I'm 60 years old. I'm 50 years old. I know, right?
Yeah,
It doesn't matter. What you've done in the 50 years is what matters. What you've accomplished in that 50 years is what matters, not your age. You can be 50 years old and not accomplish shit.
Yeah,
right?
so age doesn't equal to wisdom.
It doesn't. You would hope it does. You would hope it does, but it doesn't necessarily equivalent to wisdom, right? Right.
Okay, so Neil Davis said, but how do you know he's a good guy when you first meet him?
How do you know?
I
He's
think
respectful.
I think that's a good
It is a
start.
good start.
It is a good start. That's respectful how he treated you when you first met, how he talks to you when you first met. So I think that's how you can.
That's a good start.
It is a good start.
Okay, fair enough. We'll take this call. Caller, who's calling? Where are you calling from?
It's the black box. What's up?
What's up, Black Box from Pennsylvania, right?
Pennsylvania, yeah, the cold winds of the northern wind.
It is cold.
Listen to Led Zeppelin.
Right. Baby, it's cold.
Where the Arctic snow. What he's missing out is it's called Sharia law, and that's what you were trying to dig in your head.
Mm.
As far as the 9-year-olds in Iraq and Iran, they're Arabic. That falls under Sharia law. So
Totally
Sharia
different
law
ballgame,
is
yeah.
different. Right. So the 9-year-old and the 11-year-olds marrying adults and this and that, that's Sharia law. Ain't nothing too much you can do about that.
Right.
But as far as what we're talking about as far as leadership is concerned, well, I may go a little off reservation because you know my background, what I was trained in. I don't believe in 50-50.
I don't either, to be honest. I didn't say that, but I don't either.
Right. I don't think a woman wants it.
Mm-hmm.
I think what a woman wants is to be known to have voices being heard, not necessarily being ignored. Meaning that if you take in what she says, yes, I heard exactly what you said, but let me explain why I don't want to go this way. They understand she's still under the envelope of being emotional and allow her to do that, but make the decision anyway. And then later on, whether it's wrong or right, then we can debate it. But that's why I'm here. I'm the head of the household. I'm not a dictator because I'm taking in what you're doing, especially if you're living overseas under what you're doing, what other guys are doing. She's going to be your liaison. Like if you're going to deployment to another area, then I'm military branch. But if you're going somewhere else, you're going to use locals to get the gist of everything that you can be dealing with. So of course you're going to be in a time period where she's going to be valuable to you to move around in that area, but she's still going to look to you for like what Chang said. It's up to you, honey. Yeah, I guess so. If it's okay with you, they don't want that.
No,
they don't want to They don't want you to be Dr. Doom and dictate everything. Do as I say. No, they don't
Right.
want that, but they want sort of like, honey, we're gonna do this. And
Right.
you do it in a nice way, in a confident way, in a loving way.
I
And
think
that's
so too.
fun.
I think so too.
They want to feel secure that if shit go, I'm sorry, if shoot go down, she's comforting like a big German shepherd.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's super important.
That's what it's about. And with our family, have a conversation with them in time. Let them know. It's tricky, it can be iffy, but it depends on her. Or have a conversation with her, but she have a conversation with them.
Okay. Thank you so
And
much,
the
Doc.
family is all important in the Filipinos. Remember that, guys.
Mm.
Just can't ignore it.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Right. I absolutely agree with everything you said. Actually, I haven't disagreed with any caller, but he said I don't believe in 50-50. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't believe in 50-50 either. I'm not, again, it's not a dictatorship type thing. You can't be trying to be the dictator and telling you do this, you do that because I said so. It's none of that. That's just not going to work if you have a quality woman next to you. I don't think that's gonna work. But no. 51% goes to me. A minimum of 51% goes to me because when there's a decision that has to be made, I'm going to make that decision.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's going to go. So if it's 50-50, we're going back and forth and all that stuff. We don't have time for all that. I got to make a decision. And sometimes I got to make it quick. So we don't have time for all that. And you just got to depend on me to make the right decision most of the time. Go ahead, Kenny. What's up, man? What you got?
Okay, let me clear up. I heard what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't get clear on what I meant by 50-50. Okay, I don't mean that. I mean we're equal to a certain degree.
Okay.
There's nothing with that. What I mean about that is what I mean by 50-50 is in a relationship, 50% of your relationship is in the public, and 50% is in private.
Gotcha.
As long as you have respect and proper communication, you have an equal team.
Right.
But without respect and communication, 50% either in public or in private is going to be destroyed. If it's destroyed in public, privacy becomes a job and no longer a pleasure. That's what I mean by 50.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That makes sense.
Thank you for.
I was listening and I was like, I didn't get to explain myself. I'm stupid. Let me call back.
Thank you so much, Kenny, for clarifying that.
No worries. You guys have a good day.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, brother. Yeah. I really believe that at the end of the day, you're gonna have to make decisions. And hopefully if you have some experience, you have some wisdom and wherewithal, hopefully you make more good decisions than bad decisions, or I should say more right ones than wrong ones. Because you're encompassing the whole family. It could be a great decision for me, but not for you, you know what I'm saying? Or not for the boys or something like that.
So I think also Filipina would like lose respect for a man who is not like bringing up hard conversations.
Mhm.
I think it's very important in a relationship for for a man to bring up the conversation or the hard parts of the relationship, so that for example, because at times a woman can bring it up also. Thank you. A woman can bring it up also, but a lot of times if um it should be like brought to the attention, brought to your attention, brought to
So
the
he
attention.
should come in, he should have a sit down and say, look, we need to talk about this.
Yeah.
Right.
Because if you don't, then it will be a build up. It will.
But let me respond to that and let me ask you, do you think we talk about being direct and we talk about indirect and we talk about the differences in our cultures? Would you agree that a lot of Filipinos are going to have, or sometimes Filipinos are going to struggle with that, having a sit down and having that tough conversation?
Yeah, especially in the beginning of the relationship.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of times their initial reaction would be the defense mode.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
defense.
so
it's not just Filipinos. I think that's a lot.
So because a lot of times you would think of it that you brought this, like for example, a man brought up the conversation, a woman would assume that oh, it's my fault, that's why he's bringing this to
He's saying it's my fault, right?
yeah, he's saying it's my fault. So I think it takes time to wrap her mind around that idea that we need to talk about this hard topic to talk about because it will maintain the peace or resolve issues. It doesn't necessarily mean that this is your fault, but we have to talk about it.
All right. How's your leg? Your legs okay?
Bruce,
A long race. Okay. But and Neil said, but how? What's her body count though, right? But what's her body count? Um, I would hope. I would just say this. I would hope that out here in the Philippines, I would hope that that most of the cats in this audience would be smart enough to vet a woman with a pretty damn low body count. If you're pulling a woman out of a bar, come on, man. What do you expect, right? If you're pulling someone who's a freelancer, what are you expecting from her? I mean, seriously. But hopefully you vet hard enough and you vet long enough, and you would get somebody who has a lower body count and who doesn't have a lot of bad experiences or harrowing experiences out there, trauma, right? That she's, that makes it tough for her to be in a relationship, right? Okay, let's see if we can get through some of these. The lines are open. Let me make sure the lines are open. The lines are open. So if you want to call in, we're going to read some of these comments, but feel free to call in while we're getting through the comments. Okay, let's see. Go ahead.
So Obi-Wan said, I bet I heard a more thorough explanation when I was okay. So that
Okay, right. Okay, got you.
So Luis Brian Fernandez said, not all Philippines girls are like what you mentioned. I was nice to my ex-girlfriend, a Pinoy, and lost money building a house and etc. Well, it was a mistake for being nice.
I'll address that in just a moment. Okay. All right. We'll take this call real quick first. And caller, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Happy Friday.
What's up?
Young Fresh Global Travel.
What's up, Jerry?
From the beautiful city of Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn's in the house.
We always say
Yeah. Shout out to Black Box. I didn't know you were in Pennsylvania. Tomorrow I'll be there hanging out with my sister in Philly. So I don't really like Philly sports as a New Yorker because New York Giants versus Philadelphia Eagles. We have a little beef with that. But anyway,
right.
One thing I did want to say is, and I would like to get Cheng's opinion on this. Is okay. So foreigners that come to the Philippines, from my understanding, I look at it like this, right? Filipinas, they want, and please correct me if I'm wrong, because maybe I just have the whole thing wrong. But me as a foreigner, I basically leave the Western culture, the Western women way of thinking, because I'm looking for that more of traditional mindset. I consider myself a provider. And to me, I feel like a provider doesn't do 50-50. And the provider just kind of takes care of my woman and supports her goals and values. Now, don't you think that when a foreigner goes to the Philippines and he doesn't do that, like, so in other words, if he expects her to contribute and wouldn't you think that she might feel offended by that because she's probably looking for the provider, but then now this foreigner, and like I said, maybe I'm wrong, right? So, but maybe she is rooted in her tradition to expect that, okay, the man is supposed to provide. Then why am I still working 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day? Like I want someone to provide for me. So don't you think the foreigner that's coming to the Philippines, don't you think that kind of makes the Filipina feel like, well, why do I need you for? You're not really a provider because I'm still having to work and I'm still having to do everything. So just really curious to know how you feel about that. But otherwise, it's Friday night, you know what I mean? And just got paid. Well, not Friday night, Saturday, whatever. Anyway.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Thank you, Jerry.
So
okay, I'll answer.
Yeah.
I'll answer you right now. So I think that first of all, if a woman is looking for that kind of man who will just provide like everything or majority of what she needs, and that man who came into her life didn't really provide everything that she needed, then I think that she will move away and look for another man who can provide that. So, and also like here in, like for example, I'm working several hours a day, and then having a man adding to my life and taking away like maybe 30 or 40% of what I normally pay, that's a great addition to me. So I think that I couldn't complain because before I'm paying 100%. And the
Maths.
yeah.
Yeah, 50%. And 50% of something is a whole lot better than
And don't have, like for example, when I go out before meeting my partner, I pay 100%. But now when I go out sometimes or a lot of times,
say. Come on, quick trip. Don't even say it. Don't even say it. You pay what? Anyway. But I want to say one thing too though. This is why I keep saying to not date a woman who doesn't have a job or who doesn't have her own income. Who doesn't have her own income. Here, we'll take this call. I think we touched a nerve today, right? All right, hold on. This is back to the Philippines. What's happening, man? Where are you calling from?
I'm in Texas. What's
Okay.
Up, what's up, Jane?
What's going on, man? What you got on this topic, man?
Got an interesting take because of what the caller said before about Filipina dating a foreigner and then with the expectations of being the provider. Just to be fair, two instances. One instance is like, what is she providing back?
Boom.
You know, I think in general not the expectations for Filipinos, but in general for us men, when we come to the Philippines, we would love to do that. We have no issue doing that. But the key is doing it for the right person. So let's say we do it for the quote unquote right person. What are they giving back in return? You know, it always comes back to that. And the second instance is, let's say, for example, we do provide for her. How is she growing as a person? Is she growing? You know, if I come in, if I pay for the finances, if I pay for the food, if I pay for the housing and everything, is she growing as a person? You know, there should be a yes or no answer to that. The answer is no. Why? You know, so just providing for the family, I mean, just providing financially can be great. But as a person, the most important credential that you can give to another person, man to woman or woman to man, is wisdom. When you're growing and I'm investing in you, then that's a beautiful outcome. But if I'm just financially giving to you and investing in you, but you're not growing as a person, where is this relationship going?
Right.
You know, so that's just my take.
That's a good point. And I'm going to point something out too. And because I know Jerry, and I've met both of you guys, that you guys both are in a very different situation because neither of your girlfriends, and girlfriends is a key word here, have children, right? So now, I mean, look, you guys are both lucky enough to land nice young women that don't have children. Both of y'all some young bucks, you know, strapping young bucks. I met both of y'all, but that's a key point, and I think that's not a point that should be overlooked because if you're getting into a relationship with someone who has children, in my opinion, you need to have a damn job.
Yeah.
You need to be able to support yourself and your children before I come in. I'm not trying to be Captain Save Joe. I'm not trying to be Captain Save Joe. I'm not trying to be the rescue dude. None of that. You need to be able to take care of your own self. I'm going to come in, I'm going to add to it, I'm going to supplement it. I'm going to make your life a whole lot better. But you damn sure need to be able to take care of your own self. And that's how I look at it. Now, and you said 50% of something is a hell of a lot better than paying 100%. And I think so too. But again, maybe some cats don't want their woman to work. I have no problem with that. Then you need to sit down and come to an understanding, especially if she is the breadwinner. Especially if she's the breadwinner in her family. You need to come to an understanding about what that encompasses if she's going to quit her job and spend all the time in the house taking care of you and whatever.
Because the next question is that I still need to support my family. Where am I going to get the money?
Where's that money coming? Because that means your ass is going to be supporting the family if she's the breadwinner. And that's why, Jerry, you're my boy, dude. But that's why, in my opinion, I knew I was. He ain't gonna let me go. He ain't gonna let me get away with this. Right? Okay. Okay. Give it to me, brother. Go ahead.
Young Fresh, one more time.
Go
One more time.
ahead. I'm not gonna let me get away with it.
I just have to clarify, and I also want to shout out to the caller too. So I just want to clarify because I think this is very important, and I always try to respect you and Cheng's the 2-minute rule. So I didn't really get to put my full context behind everything. So
Come on.
so I'm gonna hopefully try to do it here. So number one is the foreigners coming there. Maybe his Filipina, and I'm just gonna say Jollibee, because obviously you need a college education to work at Jollibee. Maybe she doesn't want to work at Jollibee. Maybe she has other dreams to do other things.
Okay.
Maybe she wants to be a writer. Maybe she wants to be a writer. Maybe she wants to do something else, or whatever the case may be. So what I mean by providing for her, yes, you are going to provide for her, but that doesn't mean she's sitting home, just washing the dishes. No,
Right.
I mean, maybe she may want to do something for herself, or maybe she even want to help you. Maybe you have an online business or something that she could support you and help you on. But so the last piece I want to say is being the being the provider, which would make me feel good, is knowing that, hey, you know what? She no longer has to work at this job that she actually was almost forced to feel like she needed to work just to basically survive. But now she could actually do something that she wants to do, whether that's, I don't know, being an entrepreneur, doing nails, doing hair, whatever she really wanted to do. You have now made it possible, right, for her to do those kind of things. So just to clarify, I don't mean just give her financially and she's just going to sit home and sit in a corner and wash dishes.
Right.
No, she is going to be productive in her own way, because you as the provider, you should also say, hey, what is it something that you really want to do with your life? Do you want to do something like, I know you don't want to work at Jollibee, or you don't want to work at Mang Inasal or wherever. What do you really want to do? And she might say, hey, maybe I want to sell stuff inside the mall. I have my own product that I want to sell inside the mall. So maybe with the money that you're giving me, maybe I could start selling stuff inside the mall, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, my bad for going above the 2 minutes. I just wanted to clarify.
I like that though. I like your example.
Throwing away money. I'm not talking about throwing away money. Right. I'm saying if she has something, if she likes baking cake, if she likes making cupcakes, whatever, she may want to, open up a little small business,
Right.
So anyway, that's kind of
before I let you off, I want to ask you.
Yeah.
If she's that adept to writing, baking cakes, or what have you, why didn't she do it before she met you? If she was good at saving money, if she was good at business, why didn't she start? Shouldn't she have something already built up? Shouldn't she have established? Nothing stops her from writing. Nothing stops her from writing.
Yeah, well,
if she was good at it, if she wanted to open a sorry store, okay, how much money you have saved up? And if you don't have nothing saved up, then you know what? You get these two. Because you haven't shown me anything.
Well, see, the reason why I disagree, and I see it from a different angle, is because, and this is not particularly my situation, because she doesn't have any kids. But take a woman who has kids, who has a college degree, who basically, she has one kid, she has two kids, maybe even three kids, and she's making minimum wage, by the way. In the Philippines, Jollibee, as I said, is $500 per day.
Right.
And that is assuming that she is making pesos. So that's what, $10 per day. So let's put that into context, right? She is making $10 per day.
Gotcha.
And she has one or two kids or whatever, and God knows how much her rent is, or maybe some of these Filipinas, they may be even taking care of their own family. So for you, I totally get what you're saying. In theory, you were supposed to save money, but some of these people, not even just in the Philippines, people are in survival mode. They just don't have time to they just don't have the actual money for it. So what I'm basically saying is, you as the provider, I think the man as the provider coming in can kind of step in and say, hey, you know what? Now it's your time. Forget about working at Jollibee, right? You want to open up like, your own cupcake business or whatever the case may be. Hey, guess what? I'm gonna support you financially. Just take care of the house, do whatever the case may be.
Right.
So that's all I kind of wanted to say. So, but yes, you are right. In theory, if the woman has no expenses like that, if she doesn't have kids, you understand?
One more thing. I hear you, but let's eliminate the financial part of it. Let's eliminate that from the conversation, right? If you're a man and let's say you have $1 million and you want to invest your $1 million, right? And people are coming to you with all these ideas. What are you going to ask them for? What are you going to ask them for?
I'm going to say, what is it that you can do for me?
But everybody's got an idea. Everybody has an idea. But my point is, you're going to ask them for a business plan. You're going to ask them. So my point is, that's great. If you didn't have the money, let's say, fine, she didn't have the money. Okay. But if she has never even put together a business plan, she has no idea. I just want to bake cupcakes, right? But how about you have thought about, you should have put something together, something viable together that makes me say, hey, this woman is serious, right? She's ready. This is something I can get behind, I can invest in, and I can support her on. But if she just said, I just wanted a sorry store, that's everybody and their mama has a sorry store on the corner. But how many of them go out of business because they're not good business, because the person running it wasn't a good business person?
Well, and I wouldn't say I disagree with you, but what I'm saying is I just see it in a different way, because I do believe that a lot of Filipinos just, they aren't really financially, because the way you're thinking about it is like the right way, logically. You're supposed to have a business plan and all this stuff, but a lot of, and I don't mean this in no disrespect to Filipinos, but a lot of Filipinos just, they just aren't equipped with, they just don't have all of the business plan. They probably don't know how to, some people don't know how to set up their own business company and so on and so forth. They probably don't know what the Securities Exchange Commission is. But so that's where the provider comes in and says, hey, you know what? Do you know how to open up a business? Right. So that's where the provider comes in. And what Cheng was saying earlier, the provider needs to guide her and saying, hey, you want to start a business plan? This is how you open up. This is how you establish a business in the Philippines. Like in the Philippines, they have the SEC, the Securities Exchange Commission. You have to be familiar with the BIR, all of these different things. Maybe she doesn't know that, but you do have a very valid point. Assuming she knows these type of things, yes, she should have a business plan, but not everyone, even in America, knows how to put together a business. So, but
very true. Daria, I always appreciate you, bro. I still owe you dinner because I lost the last one. So I still owe you dinner, brother.
I love you.
Love you, brother. Take care, man. All right. That's my dude. That's my dude there, man. But that's what I'm just saying. Barring the financial thing, right? If we just put the financial thing to the side, I'm not trying to throw money down the toilet. I'm not trying to burn money. And if you don't have a business plan, you have no idea. I want to bake cupcakes. That's cool. That's great. But talk to me about what's your plan on baking cupcakes. Do you have an oven? What's it going to cost? What are the costs? What kind of materials do you need? You need to have a project plan. You got to have a plan. Yeah. All right, we'll take this call. Caller, who's calling in? Where are you calling from?
Hello.
Oh, what's up, Raymond?
And ain't no way I'm gonna give a woman to start a business. I need to see a business plan. There's two: a regular business plan and national business plan. And guess what? If she don't know how to do a proper business plan, I ain't talking about some crap drawn up on a napkin. She got to take a class, or I need to teach her.
ChatGPT.
Yeah, I need.
ChatGPT will build a business plan for you in like 4 minutes.
Yes, yeah, well, the way I was taught, it's got to be the right way. ChatGPT get that crap wrong a lot, Rich.
Well, I understand, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah. Show me effort. Show me effort. Show me motivation for me to give you my hard-earned money. I mean, we're partners, right? Yeah. Sell me. Thank you, baby. Talk to me. Sell me.
I need to see the charts, projections,
Yes.
the way we was taught.
Yeah.
I wanted the way what I was taught. I'm like, here, this how it needs to be done.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know chat GPT. If I have to teach it, then it's fine.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna teach you how to do a business plan, but at the end of the day, I don't give a crap if it's a sorry store. Show me something. Cats giving away money for women to start. I ain't disagreeing with their caller. This is just my opinion. I ain't giving no woman the money to start a business. No, heck to the no. I need. Where's your plan? Where is this going? What's your projections? And guess what? If she ain't meeting her projections, according to that business plan, it's got to go. I mean, that's a waste of money. That's a lot of money. Cats coming over here, starting business with women, and only wind up on the losing end with no proper business plan. If you don't know how to start a business plan, put her in class. Put her in school learning. Or teach her yourself.
Sure.
All right, take care.
Thank you, Raymond.
You had something you wanted to say? Okay, we'll take a call. Okay, people are fired up on this topic, man. All right, back to the Philippines. What you got, man?
Shout out to you, Richie, for what you said earlier about if she had the plan dialed up in the first place. I mean, I'll just start from there. I don't disagree with the angle where he's coming from on that. I hear where he's coming from, but I'll use Shang as a perfect example. Shang, what are you working on? Like as far as your school program, what are you working on right now?
PhD.
Okay.
Doctor of Philosophy in Education.
Okay, great. You were working on that before you met Richie, right?
Yeah.
And what were you working on before you got before you were in a PhD program? What program were you in before that?
I had my master's degree before that.
So your plan was set to be executed without Richie, correct?
Yeah.
Like you had a goal of what you wanted to do.
I have a timeline that I want to finish my PhD when I'm 40, and I'm about to finish.
Great. Even if you had it set to be executed when you turn 40, but things may happen, and by 42 you still get it. You still had a plan.
Yeah.
So you having a plan is my point. Like you having a plan shows that there's validity in what you're saying. You had a goal. You set your goal out. You timelined it, and whether if you're off the mark or not, bottom line, you set the goal. And since Richie's in your life, he can see that you're serious about this. So what the caller was saying earlier, I mean, you everything what you said is my point. If there's, and I'm not saying the caller's saying this, but there's Filipinas out there that have a goal set in mind of this is what I want to do if I'm going to be dating a local versus this is what I want to do if I'm dating a foreigner. A foreigner that dates a woman like that, you're leaning towards the she's using me category because what she wants to do is not genuine. She's just doing it because she pretty much sees you as an opportunity of her unlocking her dream. But if her dreams were genuine from the start, she would actually want to have her own bakery company if she met you or not.
I got to clap, bro. I got to clap because, and again, this ain't no shade on Jerry because he made some valid points. But my point is, look, you used Ching as an example, and that was an excellent analogy because she had her plan before she even met me. She's not using me for opportunity. I'm not Mr. Opportunity. She was working on this before I even came into the picture. And that's all I'm saying. If this is what you really want to do, if this is your dream, making cupcakes or sorry, whatever it is, where's the business plan that you had put together already? Look, Rich, this is what I wanted to do. And show me the competition, show me the market, show me that stuff that you should have worked on already. And look, like he said, maybe she doesn't know how to do that. I understand that, but tell me what you have put together. Show me what you have put together.
How you started it.
Yeah, how you started it, right? Look, I'm gonna get off this and take another call. Okay, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. me do that. Okay, good. All right, who's calling? Who's calling? And where are you calling from? Oh, hold on. There you go. One more time. Who's calling? Where are you calling from?
Your boy Chris Michael from Toronto. How y'all doing?
What's up, Chris Michaels? What's happening? What you got on this topic, man? I want to hear from you.
A few messages in the chat there. Here's the thing I like to look at. This is what I like to break down to people. With what I'm hearing, you taking care of a woman, it's cool and all, but let's break it down to what's happening in the West. In the West, women want the guy to take care of the woman. I want to be provided. I want you to buy everything for me. I want you to basically just make sure my kids or our kids are good and blah, blah, blah. I've heard it in the chat already. If a woman stays home for such a long time and doesn't do anything with herself, she's going to eventually feed off of you. So she's not going to learn. She's not going to basically do much and want to learn because the money's coming in consistently. At the end of the day, I look at what's happening in the West and I'm seeing it moving straight to the Philippines. The same kind of mentality. Not with Chang, not with certain people, but let's be honest. Back in the days, the men used to basically work, women stayed at home, took care of the kids, blah, blah, blah. But that was how many decades ago?
Right. A long time ago.
And that's when money made sense and went far. Exactly. Now, because of feminism, no disrespect, once women started going to work, the government said, perfect. I'm going to charge y'all more taxes. Now y'all both can't basically stay at home. Women have to go to work. Boom. But let me tell you something. Is it ever a good situation to stay at home? The man brings home the money. And when you get used to a certain thing, do you ever want to go to work? No. So why don't y'all both work together, build an empire so you don't feel like you're being used, the man or the woman, vice versa, whoever's making the money. Both money put together can help build something greater, and we can all survive and flourish in this life.
I got no problem with that.
All I'm hearing right now is the West mentality coming into the East or going straight to the Philippines or Thailand, and that cannot go there, man.
Chris, I'm with that, bro. I have no problem. Thank you for calling in, brother. Always appreciate you. I don't look. It's and I have to keep saying this because my man Jerry's my dude, but his nice girl, she doesn't have kids, right? So it's easy to say, oh, I'll provide for her. She doesn't have to work or whatever. But if she had kids or one or two kids or three kids or whatever, it's a different ball game. Now you're not just taking care of one anymore, but you just added. You're taking care of five people. You went from 1 to 5 overnight. That's a lot of money, and that's a lot of time. That's a lot of whole bunch of stuff. I'll get back to my comment. I'll take this call first. Caller, what you got on this, man?
Okay, Rich, I got another one.
Give it to me.
All right, so I'm gonna put the shoe on the other foot.
Okay.
Guys are leading in the Philippines. I've seen it over and over again. I'm gonna allude to Young Fresh. They're leading with the whole business opportunity deal to get in there and then try to, manipulate the relationships dynamic. I've seen it over and over again, whether it be stock market or cupcake, sorry store. This is the pattern. We lead with our wallet.
You know what?
Sorry,
I'm real quick. I don't mean to cut you off. And I'm going to say I agree with that part. Sorry, I know I'm a little biased because Jerry's my dude, but I don't see him leading with his wallet. I know him personally. But I do get what you're saying. That's why we say at the end of every video, lead with your character, not with your cash, right? So I feel you. Go ahead. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm not necessarily saying that Young Fresh was saying that. What I am saying is that there are people in the Philippines that would lead just like that.
Yeah, no question, bro. We see it every day, all the time.
And then you're the next man that comes through, and the expectation is set at, okay, well, this guy did this for me. What are you gonna do? My answer is nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do any of that.
You gotta stay with him.
Stuff that, huh?
I said she fucked up. She should have stayed with him. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm like, well, damn, you had a pretty good deal going on right there. See, because getting with me, you're gonna do your thing that you were doing before you ever even met me, and then hopefully I can help enhance you. But I'm not gonna give you the whole business plan. Here's $5,000 to start up a sorry store and go ahead and run a side business with cupcakes and all that other stuff. No, we're not doing any of that. There's plenty of guys that are doing that, and they run right over there to Ralphie Topol and explain to him why she stole all his money, and really he let it go. That's being honest. Let's not disrespect the good Filipinas out there. Okay, let's not do that. You're the one that came out there, led with your wallet, promised the world, and there's a million girls out there that you run into, and they've promised the entire world and never delivered.
Right. No, I can't. I can't disagree with anything you said. I'm not trying to be Mr. Opportunity to you. You have to, and this is why I keep stressing. You have to demand someone that she reciprocates and that she invests in the relationship. You have. It's absolutely imperative that you require she invest in the relationship. If she wants you to come out with some cash to help her or support her dream, okay, I'm cool with that. Show me how much you want this dream. If this is your dream, then you should have a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of ideas or things you put together to show me why I should give you my money.
Hey, let me leave you with this.
Go ahead.
I've seen some of these guys go on these lives, and they're talking to the Filipina, and they'll say something like, "Here's a key word for you. I can be your mentor. I can do X, Y, and Z. I can bring you to the next level. Just stick with me. I can do X, Y, and Z." And so that for a person that doesn't know anything about the Philippines and they're looking on these lives and stuff, that plants a seed of, oh, I got to do too. Oh, I got to do X, Y, and Z. Right. You don't have to do any of that. Be a man, stay a man, get with a woman who's a woman and not a girl. Period. End of story.
Boom.
Boom. That's what I'm talking about, brother. I like that take. I appreciate you, brother.
Peace, brother. I'm going to bed now. I was just fired up because
I love it.
I know a little bit more than I see.
I love it, man. I love that take. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
All right. Right. Yeah. And that's all I'm saying. I mean, I understand. I mean, I'm not rich. I mean, I think I'm doing pretty well, but I value my hard-earned money. I value the money I work for, and I'm not trying to throw it away or burn it. If this is your dream, you say, "Oh, baby, I want to open this sorry store. I want to bake some damn cupcakes." Why they gotta be damn cupcakes, right? But I want to bake some cupcakes. Okay, talk to me. Right? What you got? Right? Oh, I just want to bake cupcakes. Nah, no, North Carolina, we ain't doing all of that. No, you got to bring me more before, because the bottom line is I need money, right? That's going to be the bottom line. And the question is going to be, how much do you need? Miss me with all of that. What's the plan? What's the plan? Right?
So the bottom line is to wrap everything up, or do you want to go back to what's the
Rip the comments. Come on, man. We got to get in the comments a little bit. You trying to get out?
No.
Yeah, come on. All right. Yeah, we got. Okay, come on. We'll take this call and
the phone.
Then we'll have to get. I know the phone is in fuego, right? We'll take this call. We'll get back into the comments. Okay, go ahead, man.
This is like a record for me. It's like a trifecta. But I just want to add to what you were saying. Like, just want to go a little deeper about. Hey, it would be nice if you could give me some money if I could start this business.
Sure would.
I mean, if anything, and I think Chang knows this, because the Philippines, not all areas, but just in general, about finesse, hustling, and stuff like that. So she should be on top of who. Okay, when I talk to him about this, he needs to be aware of going here, talking to this person, and this person needs to talk to another person, and then I need to go to this other place and sign all these documents and stuff like that. All that stuff isn't for free.
Yeah.
So she should already be on top of that before it even comes up. I call that like a project tactician,
Right.
a project tactician. You know, you're getting into the weeds.
Right.
You're getting very technical. You're getting very precise. And even to what you said earlier, oh, I want to have a bakery. Okay, what kind of bakery? Like, what
Right.
you want to bake?
What's the
Bake
cost?
bread? You want to cake? Like, what did you? What? Yeah, not only the cost. Like, what ideas? Like, what menu did you have in mind? And when I look at your menu and I see how specific it is, I see how serious you are. So, not to rag on, because I think his name's Jeff or Jack. I don't know. Sorry, I got his name wrong.
The trap.
It's not about just coming in there providing because she has a plan. It's not that. It's I'm here. I've shown that I have love for you. I'm here. Now you need to reciprocate back and show me through your love. Like what's your goal, and be as specific as possible. And don't lean on me. The floor is yours. Let her talk. She's talked for 5 or 7 minutes. She's getting very specific, very animated. You can tell that she's actually being serious. This is something that she's actually wanted since day one. But if it's more of the, well, I mean, it's up to you. I mean, however you want it to go, it's up to you. I just want to own it. It's like, no, this is not genuine. Like, what is this? So that's just the other piece I wanted to add to the end of the call I had earlier. So it's just and it comes back to communication too.
It does.
Richie said we talked about it. It comes back to communication. You lay it out there and you sit back, and pretty much what she says back will tell you the story of between a scale of 1 to 5 is she serious or not. And if it's under a 2,
she ain't that serious. She ain't that serious, bro. All right. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, bro. I just think, I mean, my thing is, I'm sorry, man. I work hard for my money, and I got a little bit of it saved, and that doesn't mean I want to burn through it. So my thing is, okay, I'm with you. I'm here to support you. I'm here to help you on your grind, but you got to show me you're willing to grind. Say, I want to bake cupcakes. Okay, well, what's the plan? Right? How come you don't know what the plan is? How come you haven't written anything down? You should know who to call, who you have to go to next, to do this, where you're going to get your supplies from, your materials. You should know all. If you're serious, you should. I don't care who you are. I don't care how educated or uneducated you are. If you're serious, you can spend all this. You mean to tell me you can spend all this damn time on Facebook, looking to see what this person is doing, what this person is wearing, and all this. But you can't. But you're not serious enough to put together a business plan and you want me to give you your money? You must be crazy. Quit tripping.
I remember my times in the pandemic when I sold salad to supplement my income.
Did you really? You sold salad?
Yeah. I sold green cups. It's like fresh salad. And then what I do is that I post my product I have marketing on Facebook. And then after that, I collect orders. And then from there, I talk to a supplier where I get fresh lettuce and all the vegetables. During the pandemic, I had to call him and then set everything ready because you need to just get and go, so just that. And then my sister helped me deliver those goods. So collect orders, you have to make it efficient and make sure that you have a plan that you will earn also.
Right. It has to make sense. It can't just be, this is just my dream. Right?
Because sometimes
a lot of people have dreams.
Go to or build a business because they just want to fulfill their
dreams. But they don't know it yet.
But they don't know how to make it happen.
I'm all for supporting your dream. I'm not saying I'm not, but I'm just saying you gotta have a plan. You gotta. My name is not Mr. Opportunity, right?
You're looking at
You're looking at me like I'm gonna provide you with the opportunity for your dream. Okay, well, show me what you got. Stink Shack's in the house. Hold on, Stink Shack. Hold on a second. Stink Shack, what you got on this, man?
How you guys doing? I'm looking at this in terms of if I'm going to do that kind of investment, she's going to be like she's on an episode of I'm putting money into this, but I'm taking money right out of it too. So she's going to look at it in terms of like, okay, I'm going to make. She can't look at it as an investment where she's just going to be making her own profit.
Right.
I'm taking money right off the top. Here's my investment. You're going to make your profits. I'm taking, this is what I'm taking. For me, it's too hard for me to invest in somebody I'm in a personal relationship with. I always say to myself, and when it comes to business, you keep your personal relationships and your business relationships separate.
It's tough.
Because those can cause some serious problems.
Yeah, it does.
I had seen a situation, just recently with the rapper Cameron was on a podcast with his ex-girlfriend, and he invested in her, and it was a bad business decision, and he stopped investing, and she took it personal.
Right.
It became and when it came back to the situation we were talking about earlier. Came back to all emotions.
Right.
And you got to be very, very careful when you're investing in somebody you're emotionally involved with.
Right. Yeah, that's a great point. That's a great point, because she's in her feelings, and I'm thinking about money. I'm thinking about my hard-earned money that I worked really hard for. And it's funny. It's always easy to spend somebody else's money, ain't it? It's so easy to spend somebody else's money.
That was a big deal because she went through the money that he invested in her, and then she's thinking because we're in a relationship, you should put more because I went through this money, put more. He stopped it on a business relationship, saying, "Hey, I put this amount of money in, we lost it. It was a bad business decision." End of story.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good on that. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So she has to look at from that standpoint. If you're gonna do this, I'm taking my money off the top. If it's gonna be a business decision, be prepared that I'm gonna take my little cut off the top. And you can't take this personal. You can't take it emotional. You can't be mad at me for doing it this way, because this is something that's going in business that I'm investing in you, and it's supposed to be building us. But if I'm investing in you and you're just putting money in your pocket, you're not going to see the where your investments are coming from.
Right.
Like you said, you have an endless amount of money coming in.
Mm-hmm.
From your investor. You can't do that.
Yeah, and people forget, Stan. People forget that when you invest in money, you're expecting a return on your investment, right? You're expecting to get your money back and then some, right? That's the whole purpose in investing.
The ROI is a big deal. Box only goes so far.
This ain't a charity, right? We're expecting to get something back. And even if you're supporting your girl, it doesn't have to be a big ROI, because you're supporting her and you're making her life better. But we're not throwing money down the drain, or we're not burning money. We can't do that. So I appreciate your call, brother. Appreciate you.
All right, guys.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah, I can't get down with that. I'm all about supporting my girl. I'm all about. I think I've been fairly supportive.
Oh yeah.
But again, for me, I have the theory. I'm not dating somebody who doesn't have a job. If you can't take care of yourself, I'm not coming in trying to save nobody at all. You have to have a job and be able to take care of yourself. I'll add to it and I'll make things much better.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think, honey, just to add to what you said and to the callers, because they're talking about finances as a form of support. But what I'm thinking is that, like, for example, if you're providing me an opportunity to earn more money, that's support already.
That is support. And it's up to you to earn the money, right? It's up to you. I'm giving you that opportunity.
Yes. It doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to give you money to start up a business.
Right.
How about build something with me, and then I'll provide you the opportunity, and then I'll teach you. I'll be your.
That's not my dream. I want to make cupcakes. Right.
If you look at it that way, yeah, sure, you can do your dream later on, or maybe if you wanna do it when you have that business acumen already and you're well equipped. But for right now, this is what you're dealing.
Right.
So,
and I'll say, it might not be a dream, but look, okay, well, do your dream then. Right? Deuces, right? I'm cool. Go get your dream. I don't want to stop you. I don't want to hold you back. Go get your dream. How's that dream looking?
You should be willing to work, because I think it all boils down to how you do things. So whatever you're working right now, if it applies to your business in the future or your dream in the future, you will have the same skill set, or you will be needing the same skill set that you have right now in order for you to be successful in your dream.
Invest in us, and I'll invest in you.
Yeah.
Invest in us. Invest in what we got going on. Invest in our future. I'll invest in you. Right? It's just that simple. How do you get me to invest in you? Show me you're serious. Show me you're motivated. Show me you're serious. Well, everybody's got ideas. Boom, I just had an idea just now, right? Everybody got ideas. That's great. That's phenomenal, right? But a lot of ideas don't make money. A lot of ideas lose money because people don't think them through, right? So what you laughing
I'm smiling because every time I have an idea, you talk to me like, this is your idea. That's why I thought my because
I'm
every
gonna
time,
start asking you. I'm gonna
yes,
start asking you
because
questions.
when I have an idea, I make sure that I put everything together before I present it to you.
Right.
Because I should be able to answer the questions that you might have
Mhm.
with regards to that idea.
Right.
So
Right. Okay. We'll take two more calls. We'll take two more calls on this. We gotta get into the comments. Go ahead, caller.
It's me, Black Box again.
Go ahead,
I
bro.
want to add my little I
Mhm.
want to add my little caveat to it, even though it's really not my wheelhouse about the dating thing. It's also mission specific too. Most guys that go over there are guys my age. So there's a dynamic of that too. The average expat is in his mid to late 50s to his 60s.
Yeah, it's about right.
So these guys are younger, young, fresh, global. There's the word young in his name. So he has plenty of time for the investment end of it. But the older guys, the only thing they can probably do is probably get someone like Chang, and like who's in Chang's situation, and kind of help guide her in a certain way so that she'll be in a better position once he leaves his planet, because he probably got less time on that planet. No day guaranteed, but he has less time and the back nine of his life than somebody in their 40s or your age, right, younger. So it's a different play when it's an older dude. Right. So,
Right.
I'm not saying what to do and how to do. It's a different ball game when there's an older dude involved in that situation.
For sure. For sure. Good points. Excellent
thank
points.
you, Black Box.
Appreciate you, brother.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.
All right. Real quick. Let's get make sure we get this. So Jerry became a new member. What's up, Jerry? I thought Jerry was already a member.
Maybe he renewed.
He renewed. Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
And thank you so much, Christopher Michael, for the super chat. Love and blessings.
We'll thank him twice. Yeah. Thanks, Chris Michael. We appreciate you. But I think I hit it earlier, like a long time ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think I did. You were daydreaming.
Yeah. I'm still in the race.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, let's see if we can get some of the comments. No, that's all good. It's all good. Let's get in some comments. Jeff R said, I never brought her to America and got married here. That wouldn't have happened. If I married her in the Philippines, we still would be married if I stayed there instead of here. I think you gotta vet that woman. You have to vet that woman. But there's another point that someone brought up the other day. Because someone was saying that they got involved with somebody who was 19.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, but please, let's understand something. None of us, hopefully, none of us are the same person we were when we were 19. We change, we evolve, we grow, right? So look, when you get involved with someone at 19 years old, she's going to change a whole lot. And you have to expect that. I mean, that's the problem with being involved with a young girl, is she's going to change a whole bunch between the time you met her and the time and 10 years later, right? So, I mean, that's something you should anticipate, and that's one of the downsides of being involved with somebody young. So, but
she will keep changing her
she's gonna
mind.
she's gonna keep changing her mind. Women 40 years old keep changing their damn minds, right? So, I mean, imagine what a 19-year-old is like. So, anyway, yeah. Raymond said, 39 plus one, according to DC. Raymond said they want the drama, and I think a lot of them do. Raymond, I think women want you to care about their feelings, and there's caring about a woman's feelings is a good thing. It's important to listen to her, to understand her, but in my own opinion, there's a point where you can't care about her feelings. Her feelings have to be put to the side because they're not in the best interest of the family as a whole or the business as a whole. I mean, I can't acquiesce to your feelings just because, because you're feeling some type of way and you don't like how I said this, and you feel this. Miss me with all that. We got a business to run, or we have two boys we got to raise, right?
Yeah.
I can't think about your feelings. The boys, the family is more important. We'll talk about that later, but right now we got to deal with this family. So I think so too.
Just speaking for women, it's tough to put your feelings to the side, especially when you're built like that. Where you're a woman, you're built emotionally.
I'll help you.
Yeah, no.
Okay, I'll help you.
Do.
I'll help you put your feelings to the side.
Yeah, no, you don't have to, honey. I think you're detached.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at helping you put your feelings to the side. Yeah.
Okay.
But look, I'm not mean about it. I just look. I can't worry about how you feel right now. In a week from now, you're not even going to care about this moment, right? I got to worry about the family. That's my job. If you want me to provide and protect, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. And you may not like how I do it all the time because it might not benefit you all the time. But you need to understand that I'm doing my job, right? Okay. Go ahead and read the comment.
Okay, so Louise said, I am a banker. Last time, my girlfriend is not working in Singapore. I give her cash monthly, like 50,000 pesos a month, like 8 years ago, which is a lot of money for 1 year when she went back for holiday.
Mm-hmm. Wow. 50,000 pesos a month. That's not a large amount, but it's not a small amount either, especially.
It's more than what an average worker.
It's much more than what an average worker makes.
Yeah.
I would say this. When he says my girl, and I think that's a key. Are we talking about a committed relationship? Or are we talking about our wife? Because I think you got to give your wife what she needs, right? I mean, that's a whole different ballgame. Are we talking about a committed relationship where we proposed marriage, we've set a date and all that stuff? Mm-hmm. That's different. But just your girl, I'd say miss me with that, dude. She needs to be able to take care of herself. And again, we're all different. We all different. We have different agendas, and I respect that. In my opinion, I just wouldn't do that. I think the chances of that going sideways are so incredibly high because now she becomes entitled. She starts getting this feeling of being entitled, mm-hmm. right? She should. Where's my money, right? It's the first of the month. Yeah, she's expecting it, and it's not. I'm cool with all. Right. Okay. Black Box said she probably got westernized and then she found a whole new world and left you behind. It happens. It does. It does. But you know what? I don't think it just happens. I think we let it happen. I think a lot of times we create that by here, take some money. Here's some money for this. Here's some money for that. And she's doing nothing. She's adding nothing to the relationship except her Black Box. Right. And to me, I don't know about the rest of y'all. That's not enough. That's not enough. I can get box anywhere. Stop. You can get box anywhere. You don't even have to be a good looking dude to get box. Right. It's not enough. She has to invest in the relationship, period. And I think, again, going back to how we started this conversation, not enough men set boundaries. Not enough men require a woman to invest in the relationship, and they get surprised that they end up where they are. All right. Go ahead, do your thing, because I know you want to do it.
Hello, Amirabui Al-Mubarak.
What's happening, Amirabui? Let's see. Journey Trials said, hey, guys, what's happening, Journey Trials? Oh, okay. We got that. Okay, good. All right. Louise said, what? Go ahead.
She found a guy who is into...
She wanted that pookie, huh?
Okay, I noticed something was not right when I called her. I hired a professional firm to teach her and to track her and send me all the evidence, and damn, they were very good.
Right, exactly. So I'm cool with all of that.
Okay, so Jeff said we were married a few months before she turned 20 and divorced when she was 28. One thing, she paid me alimony, which is extremely rare, but she destroyed me for years. Divorced in 2010.
Wow. Sorry to hear that, but I mean, when you marry a young girl, that's one of the things that I hear in the red pill circle is that the girl should marry young, get married young, have children, and I don't know that I agree with that because they're going to change so much. You get married at 22 years old. That woman is not going to be the same woman at 32. She's not going to be the same woman. She's grown so much. She's figured out a lot of things about herself. Her ideas have changed. Her goals have changed. And that woman is not going to be the same.
Like, for example, I'm just going to speak about my experience. Mm-hmm. So when I was because I was in a long-term relationship. So I said that, my goal is to be married when I'm 24. Mm-hmm. And then we got married.
But that was your goal, right? Mm-hmm. You wanted that. Right?
Yeah, like you've set a personal goal. But, because I also wanted. I'm looking ahead that when I'm 40, something like that. My kids are
You
like
can move to another country
no,
with another culture.
no.
Okay.
Okay, so fair enough.
Fair
enough. Fair
right.
enough.
So I mean that was your goal. You married someone who was with that goal, right? So you guys had the same goal, right?
Mhm.
Did you change from the time you were 24 to 34?
I for sure.
Of course you did,
Mhm.
right? But the point is you didn't move to a whole nother country with a
For
whole nother
yeah,
culture,
yeah.
right?
With
Right.
you did. I didn't immerse myself
Yeah.
with a whole
And
lot of opportunities and a
right.
whole lot of other factors. Fair
Okay.
enough.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. Oh, it said, oh, hey, they can hear the boos. We can't hear them. So we're so far
Okay.
behind. We're so far behind, man. Yeah, we're way behind, right? Okay, that's good to know, though. Okay,
Okay.
now I can push the boo button.
Okay.
Man. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
So now she messaged me. Sorry, Luis Bryan said, now she messaged me and I don't reply for years. I heard she is working in a bar in Malaysia trying to earn money for her and her kid. I don't care when she gets a gold. She prefers a rubbish and now.
That's simple, right? Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Jeff D said only a fool sends his Filipino more than $250 a month.
I won't call anybody a fool, but I would just say this:
It's not
the
very
statistics, they are the numbers are what they are, and it doesn't usually work out well. It just doesn't. But look, some people have $250 to do his thing.
She wants gold back. So that's I think that was an experience that was shared with us by Luis. And
Right,
thank you for
right.
sharing
Yeah.
with us that experience.
For sure,
Mm.
right?
Mhm. So Isaac said, I don't even send my wife that much.
Hey, the show.
Mhm.
I'd probably do
250.
each month. That's not.
Oy, no, grabe.
But you're hungry, but you eat all of them. Stop. Anyway,
I eat 1/3.
but the difference is you invest. The
Mm.
difference is what you reciprocate m- easily makes up for what I spend or what I do. It easily makes up for it. There you go.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Feed me.
Yeah. You need to be fed. Goodness. Right.
Okay, so Jeff said she paid me $500 money a month for 4 years. She destroyed me because she abandoned me and our 7-year-old daughter at the time in 2010.
Jeff, that sucks, man. I'm sorry about that, brother. That is a tough that really does something to a man's
Oh,
psyche
yeah.
to go through all that. What do you got?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get,
So Anders is also here. Thank you, Anders, for
what's that,
joining us.
Anders? Okay. Let's see. And Jeff T said, and he's correct, most women are hypergamous. They want an alpha, period. And if they don't get one, they're going to keep looking for one. I mean, even if they settle for a guy in the meantime, they're going to keep looking for one. And here, even when they find one, I promise you, I think it is a woman's nature. I think it is a lot of women's nature. I shouldn't say a woman's nature to try to destroy that man. I think she's going to try to tear him down. She's going to test him. She's going to do everything she can, maybe not to destroy him. And I don't think they do it on purpose. I just think that's the toxic nature of a lot of women out there. A lot of women, not all women. I don't think you're. I'm messing with you. But yeah, but not all. But I just think there's a lot of women that they just can't help themselves. They just can't help themselves. Let's see. Jeff said,
My fiance is a single mother in the Philippines. Her son's father died before he was born. I'm taking over as his father since he never had a dad in his 11-year life.
I respect that. I'm kind of in that same position, Jeff. So I definitely respect that and I understand. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we got that one. Got that one. All right. All right.
Okay, so Raymond said, if you let a woman run over you, of course she will never respect you. It's the same in all cultures.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Right. DG is in the house. What's up, DG?
Hello, DG.
He might still be in the house. We're a little bit behind here. Right. But okay. All right.
Hopefully, still here.
Okay.
Okay, so Jeff said, I have been with my Filipina fiance since 2018. I went to meet her for the first time in 2018. In 2020, I went to marry her, but the pandemic stopped it. But we will be married later this year.
Okay. It's 2026.
Congratulations.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Okay, so Jeff said, no way. I'm bringing her back here to America. Never again.
Jeff, I respect that. I still think, brother, I think it's the woman you bring back. It's not the Filipina. It's not because she's a Filipina. I think it's the woman you choose. You better do your homework and make sure you choose the right woman. Because I think it's the woman you choose. I really, really do. But I respect. Hey, I heard you, right? Once bitten, twice shy, right? So I got you. I ain't mad at you. Okay.
So Jeff D said, you can bring a quality woman to America. Dudes, you need to vet.
You better make sure she's quality. I'm with you, Jeff. I'm with you. I think you can. But I'll say this, I would never bring a young girl to the Philippines, like a 19 or 20, somebody younger than 25.
To the US.
Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely. It is disaster waiting to. I would love to hear from somebody who brought a young girl to the Philippines and still with that young girl.
From the Philippines?
Yeah, to the
US.
To the US from the Philippines and is still with that. I would love, if there's anybody in the audience who met somebody in the Philippines, a young girl, like we'll just say less than 25 years old, 25 or younger, and brought her to America, and you're still with her, shout us, holler at your boy, holler at you. I would love to hear the story. I would love to hear how you made it work. I just think it's a disaster waiting to happen. I just think almost nothing good is going to come out of that situation. Okay. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so I think they have, Obi-Wan said, I think they have to be a little older for better results.
Yeah, I think so too, Obi-Wan. I think so too.
Okay, so Jeff said, if you can see my thumbnail picture, my fiance is in the picture.
She's a cute girl, very cute girl, right? Okay. All right, let's see.
Okay, so Obi-Wan said, I've never been there and it looks nice. I have to see if I can deal with the traffic.
It's gonna be traffic everywhere you go, bro. I mean, you can't get around it. If you're in Cebu, I know you're heading to Cebu, but I don't think you can get around the traffic. If you're in a big city, bro, the traffic is gonna it is what it is. Okay, hold on a second.
Okay, Jopa said, women will love you the most when you been their love the least.
Okay, do that. All right.
Okay.
I want to thank you for the super chat. And you want to go ahead and read that?
Yeah, Smiley said, never I will bring a Filipino to the States. Thank you.
I'm not mad at anybody who says that. The only question I have is, number one, if you brought somebody to the States from a different country, number one, how old was she? I mean, sometimes we got to be real with ourselves, right? Was she really mature? Did you see signs that she wasn't really mature, that she might not be able to handle such a huge transition going from
adjustment for her, especially you're taking her away from her family at a young age.
Life is slow in Manila to me, right? But it's the big city here, but life is slow here. Can you imagine what it's like taking somebody to the U.S. from the province?
Yeah.
Crazy. Yes, I mean, come.
Like
literally, I mean, it's culture. I mean, it's a culture bomb, right? Sometimes we gotta be honest with ourselves, and sometimes maybe the expectations might have been a little unrealistic, right? If she's a young girl, I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm not sure that. Oh, okay. Let me get this back. Let me get the lines back on here real quick because I see they went down. Because I don't know if anybody was trying to call in, but let me get you back on. All right. All right, the line is back up. If you're trying to call in, go ahead and let me know if you're trying to call in. We're so far behind in the comments, we probably couldn't see. We probably couldn't see if the line was down. So, but it's back up. Go ahead and call in if you want to. Let us know what you got on that.
Okay, so let's read. Jeff, I said I have dated a Filipina who worked abroad and cheated on me also. She shouldn't have been.
I thought they were so loyal.
She shouldn't have been with me because she was married but separated for 5 years. Her husband had another family. Bad choice for me.
Right.
And it's good to acknowledge that you made bad choices.
Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you, because I think we've said on so many shows, stay away from married but separated women. almost not. I've yet to hear of a good situation that came out of it. I still haven't heard of a situation that where the woman's married but separated, not after an annulment or after certain other kind of ceremonies or situations. But I'm talking about if you get involved with a woman who's still married but she's separated. I've yet to in the time I've been here, I've yet to hear about a situation where it worked out well. I just haven't. I haven't. So shout out to you for acknowledging. Look, maybe I just made a bad choice here. I need to choose better. Right? Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right, Sensible's up in here. What's up, Sensible?
Man. Hello, my friends. How are you guys doing today? We're doing good.
Doing real good. Ron Lawson's in the house. What's up,
Hello,
Ron?
Ron.
Okay. And Passport X said, never be a nice guy. Be a good guy, right? Be a good choice. Be a damn good choice. Be a good choice. And I think you're going to be better off being a nice guy, being that, oh, she needs some money. I need to help her. Miss me with all that, dude. Yeah, help me, help you. You know, famous. Hey, what movie was that? Do you know what movie it was?
No.
Stop, man. What movie was that? Help me, help you. Put it in the comments, y'all. Put it in the comments. All right, let's see. Okay. But anyway, okay. Let's keep going in the comments. Okay, go ahead.
So Obi-Wan said, "I'm looking for a nice walkable area, so I don't have to drive much. BEC is a good walkable area.
Right. Oh, there's plenty places to walk, right? Okay.
That's just their inside conversation.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. Right.
Obi-Wan said, "Boy, the caller was doing well at first. Then it's gibberish after."
Yeah, this is so late. I'm not even sure which caller he's referring to, but
called so many people called us today.
Right. It's a good one, right? Right. And Sensible said the caller made all the sense in the world. Okay. And I think, to be honest, I think all the callers made some sense.
Yeah,
there were some good comments and some good points. I'm just not sure I agree with giving my money. You got to earn that. You got to earn it. You got to earn it. Yeah. Let's see. All right.
Jeff said, "I believe that women from all over the world wants a man with a backbone. They don't want someone they can take control of. God said man is the head of the family." That's what I've been saying earlier. The man is the head of the household for a reason.
Yeah, that is do your, what do I always say? Do your job. I use it at an expletive in there. Yeah. But do your job. Do your job. Right? If you expect to lead, then be a leader and do your job. Sensible Man said, basically, he said the same thing I always say. Weak men are going to be weak anywhere they go. And I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. I think you just, for me, it's she has to invest in the relationship she's got. And I'm not talking about give me the box every day or twice a day. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what is she doing to make my grind easier? What is she doing to make my life better? What is she, earn that? You want your dream now? You're looking at me like a chance. Oh, I can get my dream. Earn it. Earn it. No, I'm not Mr. Dream Maker. Earn that dream, right? Talk to me. No, miss me with all that. Okay, all right. Sensible Man said, learn to have some confidence, damn it. I added the damn it, y'all. All right. Okay, let's see. Okay, go ahead. Okay. Scrolling down. Okay. Chi-Town 38 said, hello from Coal Ash, Chicago. What's up, Chi-Town? Okay, let's see. Okay.
So we had a call about that.
Okay, we did all of that. Okay, did good.
Hello, Juggy.
What's up, Juggy? Go ahead and read Juggies.
No instructions leads to destruction. I like
it. It does, man. Absolutely does.
Okay. Shydown said, I personally think no woman will respect a passive man. Lame and tame is boring. We like and admire strong macho men who smack on the butt and love them hard after an argument.
Jose Bonete said it's Jerry Maguire, and it is indeed Jerry Maguire. Help me, help you. That's a classic. I got to get you up on the classic movies, baby. You're getting better, but yeah, we got to get you up, right? Okay.
Just give me those lines, but I won't remember the movie.
Right. You never seen Jerry Maguire?
No, I don't think I have. I can't remember. I don't remember.
I wanted to be a sports agent because of Jerry Maguire. He was he's a lawyer who was a sports agent. I never became a sports agent, obviously. I went in a different direction, but it's kind of an inspiring movie. Yeah. Anyway, good movie. Tom Cruise and Cuba Gooding Jr.
I think
and Renee Zellweger.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was what actually I think that was the movie that kind of like sprung her to stardom as Jerry Maguire. Right. Anyway, okay. Big Love said I'm late. It's all right, Big Love. I still love you, brother. Yeah, you still in the house. It's all good. Right. All right. And Peter said, thanks for taking my call. Peter, always, bro. Always. If we can get you in, we're going to get you in, brother. Right? Okay. Okay. Scroll. Poposh said, Rich, what's up? What's up, brother? I try to say like, Rich. Yeah, you don't know. You never seen Harlem Nights, huh? Queen.
But you showed me a clip. But...
Yeah. Hilarious movie. Classic. All right. Forney said, hey, sorry we're late. Tay and Anthony checking in. What's happening?
Thank you, Forney and Ta.
Yeah. Always good to have you in here, brother, right? All right, go ahead.
Jeff said that's exactly it. My ex-wife let her friends get in her ear, and one was the girl she cheated on with me. I had friends who tried to tell me to leave my ex-wife, but I didn't listen.
Right.
You know,
it's hard though.
Yeah, because as you said, that's what you need your friends for. You need your friends for so you can talk about girl stuff and all that, and you rant with your friends. But also you have to think that most of it, the advice that your friends give will be biased towards you, and also that consider that are they having or do they have the same relationship with you? Do they have a relationship with a local person or with a foreign person? So so they may not be giving the best advice.
They may not even have any experience, and they may not have ever experienced what you're going through, right? They never dated a foreign dude, they don't understand his culture or nothing. They just know. And anyway, but on the other side of that, still, it's easy for us to sit down out here and say, you should do this, you should do that. I have no emotional investment in his relationship. Yeah. It's easy for me to say that, right? But to leave somebody that you truly love is difficult. And if they got kids and you love the kids too, it's difficult. It's very difficult. Shoot, I know some dudes that they would have left their woman a long time ago. If it wasn't for her kids, they love the kids more than they love her. So it happens. It definitely happens. Let's Kahanato.
Kahanaten.
Oh, Kahanaten. Oh, Kahanaten said, what's up from Baguio City? What's happening, Kahana?
Hello, Kahanaten. Welcome to our channel.
We don't need to say where he's from. We don't need to ask where he's from.
Yeah, because it's in Baguio.
All right, okay. Excellent. All right, let's get these in. Let's see. All right. Okay, stamp. All right, let's read this quick super chat. Mr.
Akala mo lang wala, pero meron.
Oh, that's the movie? That's the movie, right. I remembered it though. I remembered it, right? But I think if he didn't say the slap, put the slap part on there,
you won't
I wouldn't remember. But I remember it.
That's iconic.
Yeah, we appreciate the super chat, man. Thank you, brother. It's classic though, huh? Okay. Okay. Let's see.
Okay. So, yeah, Anders said, by the time I retire, I will have been 35 years in IT operations, ready for somewhere super chill.
I hear you. Excuse me. All right. Let's see. Let's see if we can get about. We'll try to get 5 more minutes of comments in here, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay.
Okay. So I'm 15 years. I'm 15 years older than my ex-wife, and her friends were telling her to leave me, and she listened while getting to a lesbian relationship with one of them. You know, sometimes the advice that people get from other people is like advice that, oh, you do this so that they can lurk their way in.
Lurking, right? Yeah, biased advice. And it's actually in their best interest, not in your best interest, right? The phones are back on, you guys. I apologize. We're so far behind in the comments. I'm sure probably somebody's telling us the phones are The line is not on, but it. Oh, I did that. Did I really do that? I think I did that. Okay. All right. It's on. It's still on though. Anyway. Okay. So yeah, 35 years is a lot of time, right? Um, Louis Brian Fernandez said most Pinoy girls will argue back if rather than explaining why they disagree. You know what? I have found that it can be the case too. I something I've learned about being here is for for a place where a lot of women have never been out of this country, have never been a business, have never run a business, have very little experience. It amazes me that some women will argue with you and fight with you when you've run a business. You know what you're talking. You have a plethora of experience to refer to, but women will argue with you, and then the arguments they'll make are completely sometimes nonsensical. So I'm not sure I disagree with that, Brian Fernandez. I'm not sure I disagree with it, brother. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Ron said, I think this subject is so important and interesting. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. We try to bring some good stuff to you. We don't have a whole bunch of drama. We don't want to bring a whole bunch of drama. We try to bring stuff that's interesting, and we try to be, informative and entertaining, right? All right. Okay.
Okay, so Jeff
We learned a
said,
lot about Jeff today, right?
yeah, I'm 10 years older than my fiance, and I'm not letting what happened with my ex-wife happen again. I learned from my mistake, and
Go ahead. That's me.
yeah, and I think we all learn, and hopefully we won't repeat the same mistakes we did.
I mean, that's half the battle. Half the battle is learning from your mistakes, right?
Yeah.
That is always half the battle. I mean, who doesn't make mistakes? We all make mistakes. The question is, are you learning from them? And I think that is key. I think that's key. I left that on. That's what's causing the problem.
Okay.
Right. Okay. And Slick Rick said, Jeff, are you thinking about checking out Cambodia? Okay. I still haven't been to Cambodia. I've never been there before. But I would like to go see Siem Reap, and I'd like to go see Phnom Penh. Yeah. It's right over the border, actually. I mean, at least Phnom Penh is not right over the border, but it's not far from the border from Vietnam. But it would be cool to go. Let's see. What do we got? Calling. Okay, here we go.
Okay, Jeff D said, I plan on retiring to the Philippines in 1 year and want to visit Cambodia, Thailand, and Vietnam. Are three great things in Vietnam: Ho Chi Minh, Da Nang, and Sapa.
Yeah. Okay. Ho Chi Minh what?
Ho Chi Minh City.
And Da Nang.
And
Sapa. Okay. Cool. Yeah. We're gonna get there. We'll get there.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Lord willing, right? But we got some dates. Okay. All right.
Hawk said, my dad always told me never chase box. Chase money, because where money is, box will be. So you should always be passive when it comes to women. I believe each man has 3 to 4 women he could bang bang boogie. Bang bang boogie.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough, Hawk. I'm not sure I disagree with your dad. I mean, chasing women is going to cost you a lot of money. It's going to cost you a lot of time that it would be much better served doing things that are more productive. I'm not sure I disagree with your dad. I don't know about the 3 or 4, girls or whatever, but your point is well taken, right?
Okay, so Ahmed Rama said, hello, Ahmed. Loving relationship these days is not that easy.
Right. No, it is not easy at all, right? Let's see.
Okay. All right. So, guys, we're scrolling to the comments, and we're trying our best to read everyone's comment, but
we're still an hour
behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Morris said, Jeff, don't worry yourself about the daughter. She will realize after living with your ex-wife how good she had it.
Good point.
Mhm.
Good point. Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sometimes I want to dip into their conversations. And,
Yeah.
but,
Chime in.
yeah. But let's see.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, so Morris said, Jeff, sometimes you have to show proof of what you're expressing too, so she can understand. Mm.
Fair enough.
Sometimes, a lot of times, comprehension or the context, a lot of Filipinos don't understand context in what you're saying. So I think you just have to be patient in explaining that the context in a language that she will easily understand.
Right.
She may speak English, but the comprehension is
Was that me?
yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
You want
You want to read Chris Michael's comment?
Yeah, for sure. So this Chris said this is a tough situation. Any woman asking for that has to be a wife first. Also having another man's kids and expecting a man to provide for another man's DNA and act out of pocket like it's his. Mm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely. Yeah, read that next comment.
In this world, we work together to build a future. So how in the F would a person expect that treatment and not get any return on his investment? Mm.
Oh, bro.
Mm.
Yeah, I really don't know. People, I mean, I think sometimes people have stuff to say about how I am about, but if my woman doesn't invest in the relationship and invest in me, she has no place in my life.
Mhm.
I'm trying to do good things with my life. I'm trying to, I'm grinding. I'm grinding, and I think I've done a pretty good job of grinding, actually. And there's a lot of things I can do to make her life better. But if she doesn't make mine better, she'll not see those things, not for very long.
Now, to wrap up our discussion for today, how can men be nice and respected? What do you think should a man possess so that she can be nice?
Set boundaries.
Mm.
Set boundaries and stand on business.
Mm.
That's how you can be nice and be respected. Set boundaries, because if you don't, they'll run over you. And then you'll have a sense of entitlement where you're giving her money and she expects you to give her money, or you set boundaries and you stand on those boundaries. And if your situation change, you decide you don't want her to work, fine. But you need to understand, if she's the breadwinner, then you might have to be taking care of the family. Yeah, just set boundaries. Set boundaries and stand on them.
For me, respect grows when a woman feels stable in a relationship. I think that when she's relaxed, she's stable, she trusts her partner fully, and trust comes from leadership. So I think when she sees that her partner is willing and able to lead, then she will fully trust and just follow.
As long as you choose the right woman.
Yeah.
If you choose the right kind of woman, I believe you're absolutely correct. But I do think you have to choose the right kind of woman for that. Right? I do think, and I'm just going to say, no shade on you, but I think there's a lot of toxic women out there, and men too. But we're talking about women in this case. That if you choose the wrong woman, she's going to make your life miserable, and she's going to push those boundaries and keep pushing them, because it's just what they know. They just know toxicity, and they don't know how to handle it. This is true. There's women that stability scares them, because they've only known chaos in their whole life. That's all they've known. So when they get in, they want stability, but it scares them so much, and they just don't know how to handle it. So they're going to create problems, because that's just what they know. And it's up to us as men to, when we meet those women, when we see those women, you got to run from that woman. You got to get away from it. It doesn't matter how cute she is or how charming she might be. You got to run from that woman and get the hell away from her, because she's going to cause you problems, a lot of problems. Okay. All right. Okay, while I'm scrolling, you guys, we'll take one last call. We'll end it on that. Whoever wants to call in, give us a call. The number's at the bottom of the screen. Give us a call, and we'll end it on your note. Hopefully something positive, but look, we'll rock with you, bro. So we'll scroll through these and try to get everybody's comments in, or try to get at least one comment from everybody in. But we'll take one more call. The line is definitely up, and it's my bad, actually. I just realized that I left my other phone on because we were connected from the race and all that stupid stuff. But anyway, the line is definitely open. Somebody call in and finish it up. Okay. In the meantime, in between time, let's see.
Thought I'm going to. In the meantime, between time, I thought I'm going to rap.
Cliff TV say Rich got a strong cupcake game. Hey, it better look, Cliff. If you want to bake cupcakes on my dime, you better have a strong game, bruh. Otherwise, you gonna have to do something else. Keep working at Wendy's or whatever you're doing.
Yeah, and you better do blueberry cheesecake cupcakes.
Yeah, you can.
You'll
do those to me. I'll be my black fat ass. Shoot, I will put on weight.
You'll get free samples every time.
Samples, right? Exactly. But anyway, but look, it is what it is. That is what it is. Broker, go ahead.
Filipinos seem to have a big self-esteem issue. Even though I showed them real proof how to earn life-changing money, they don't take action, but complain they don't make enough. Yeah, because a lot of Filipinos are in the survival mindset and they can't afford to lose that money that they have now. Like, for example, they're not willing to take the risk because if they're going to they're not willing to take the risk because if I take this money that I can use to feed my family now and take that risk, then
But see, that's the education. That's the education factor.
Mm.
If you don't take any risk, you're guaranteed to be exactly where you were yesterday.
Mm.
If you never risk anything, the one thing I can guarantee you is you'll be exactly where you were yesterday. Period. So, I mean, it is. I understand the survival mode. I mean, but I think there just has to come to a point where you have to be willing to do more. Right? Appreciate you. Okay. Waiting for the caller. Waiting for the last caller. Call in. Finish this live stream off for us. Give it to me.
So the black box is also here. Welcome, black box.
It's in here. What are you saying?
Yeah, I'm just shouting out. Miss Luca and Miss Rhoda also here.
Okay, what's happening, Miss Luca? What's going on? All right, I thought I'm like he called in like 3 times.
Big boss?
No, you said black box.
Big boss, honey.
No, you said black box.
I did?
Yeah,
okay,
you did.
my bad.
That's why I said he's been here.
Okay, my bad. Big boss.
Got you. Okay, I got you now. I was like, you been daydreaming or what? Okay, I got you. All right. Yeah, you said black box.
Okay, my bad.
Okay. Right. Big boss, what's happening, man? What's going on? Right. Miss Rhoda said, I'm late, damn it. Oh, she didn't say damn. I keep adding damn it. Right. But we still love you and we're always happy to have you in here, Miss Rhoda. Right. Pooh Bear said hit the like buttons. You guys hit the like buttons. And real quick, for if you guys are new to our channel, if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the like button and please subscribe to our channel. Check out our other videos. We got some other videos that will definitely waiting for you to jump in. We got some other videos that are just as good, if not better. So check those out too. Right? You're hungry, huh?
Yeah.
I know. I guess your mind is all over the place. All right.
I'm thinking of food right now.
All right. Let's get a few more comments.
Okay, so Miss Lucas said safe to invest in savings program where you can get high dividends like Pag-ibig MP2, mutual funds, and REITs. Yeah, I do that, Miss Lucas.
Absolutely.
Pag-ibig MP2, but you're willing to keep it for 5 years because you can take
it. You can take it out, but there's a huge penalty. Usually the penalty is like 33%. It's a massive amount, and it discourages you from taking anything out unless it's an absolute emergency.
Just think of it as money that you spend on something, but here you're investing and then you have high dividend.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So Christopher Michael said, I invested $4,000 in a cleaning business for my wife, and I told her I am doing it for us. Added her as a business owner, and I will be getting my ROI. She agreed, and the rest goes into a fund for our future.
Future. There you go. Right. And I'm with that. Right. I mean, we got a plan. We sit down, we talk about this, what we're going to do, this, how we're going to do it. Right. Let's make this happen. Boom. Right. We start putting some money aside or reinvesting it into the business to grow the business. I'm with all that, but you got to show me the plan. Right. Don't just come to me with your hand out and saying, this is my dream. Rich, this is my dream. I want to bake cupcakes. Right. No, miss me with all of that.
Okay. Okay, so Jose Bonete said, oftentimes their expectations and assumptions are that you, as of the foreigner, you have the unlimited capital and the know-how.
You might. I don't think we have unlimited capital. I agree with you, Jose, because you're just talking about their expectations and what their thinking is, right? I think a lot of dudes, some dudes have the know-how, and some dudes have capital. I don't know about unlimited capital, but who has money to burn through though? That's my question. Who's got money just to burn through?
And a lot of times when people invest, or when people gave them the money for investment, they don't think of it as an investment. They think of it as a money you give them.
Right. Just so, like the Filipino loan.
Yeah, borrow.
The borrow. Yeah, can I borrow some money that I'm never going to give you back, but we're going to call it borrowing.
So Luca said general impression and understanding of most Filipino women about foreign partners is that they must support them financially, but that does not mean one must conform to it. So do not set that precedent.
Boom. I agree. I totally agree. I understand that that's the expectation, but and I'm okay with that expectation. But what are you putting into the relationship? What are you investing in the relationship where I can feel safe in investing in you? Right? I mean, it is. How do we say it in China? What did I teach you? Oh, stop. Nige wo, wo ge ni. Right? You give to me, I give to you. Yeah. You just have that one phrase you're ready to spit out. Huh? Okay. All right. We got you. All right.
Okay.
You know what, you guys? I think we got to wrap it up. We get too far behind in the comments. We appreciate the comments. We appreciate the call-ins. One of the things about our show is that we have call-ins, and that makes the reading the comments a lot tougher. So because the caller, we got to take the calls and all that stuff. So we try to get to as many comments as we can, but we really appreciate you guys in the comments, and we try to get as many comments out there as we possibly can. Thank you guys. We really love you guys. I got to feed Chang because she's always hungry, and I'm hungry too, to be honest. I'm hungry too. But anyway, thank you guys. Any parting comment? Any last comment?
I think that when you come here, and if you plan on being in a relationship with a Filipina, she might not like it, but a lot of times, don't follow what she doesn't like. You need to set some boundaries, and it will be fruitful, and your relationship will flourish overall. I think So set some boundaries. You can be nice. You can be the nice guy that sets some boundaries.
Nice but firm. Right. My final comment is this: if you want to bake cupcakes on my dime, damn it, you better have a plan. You better have a plan. You better have it in writing, and we better be able to sit down and I'm gonna have a lot of questions for you. A lot of questions, because my money is valuable. It's just as valuable as my what?
Your time.
As my time.
Yeah, you better put on some coat and some necktie when I present something to you, because it's a proposal.
Exactly. Thank you guys. We love you guys, and we'll see you next week.
Yes.
You guys take care. Have a good week. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Stay warm. I'm going to South Carolina. It's snowing. It's snowing where the kids live. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see you guys next week. Take care. We love you, and remember,
lead with your character,
not with your cash.
Deuces. We're out.